Welcome to the newest episode of Totally Not Biased Podcast. This is episode 14, and we're doing things a little differently today because we're recording on Saturday night.
We are watching the UFC event that's currently going on. Bryce Mitchell's fighting Ilya Topuria.
2 minutes and 50 seconds into the fight. If you're watching, you can watch from here.
Honestly, it's going pretty well. It's actually,
there's been no wrestling.
No wrestling at all yet.
Perfect.
But, yeah, keep us going, bud. You got
this. We're going to do our Week 13 NFL reactions and our Week 15 predictions. And we're going to talk about the college football playoffs and how happy we are that the SEC's dick didn't get sucked.
Listen, the committee, they got to give it up. They got to give up this SEC bias, once in a while.
I don't give a fuck. They don't.
I don't know how you put a 2-loss SEC team over a 1-loss fucking, Big Ten team who lost to maybe the second best team in the entire nation. So
I would have done wrestling.
All right, let's get it.
He is wearing camo shorts, bro.
He is wearing camo shorts.
Bryce Mitchell's the worst.
He's a redneck.
And then we're going to talk about the UFC 282.
He's from Texas.
Texarkana,
Texas, which is not a real place. It's not a real place. Nobody's been there.
All right, let's fucking get started.
Yeah, we got this.
Fun. You put that game first. At least you put Bears second. We're going to talk about Week 13, and the first game we're going to start with is the Bills and the Patriots.
Yeah, y'all got fucking smacked, my guy.
I am so tired of having a one-dimensional offense. It's Ramondre Stevenson.
Is it not the same shit, just a different day?
It's Ramondre Stevenson 30 times, or we're going to get one play from one other person. That's exactly what happened.
You had 14 carries total and 60 yards on those carries. He had 5.4 yards a carry.
Look bad.
Mac Jones never looks bad.
Marcus Jones, he's pretty good. I like watching him play.
Yeah, but we can't keep relying on fucking that was that was the play that Matt Patricia needs to give to the next offensive coordinator when we bring one in. We need to take the good plays that we score on, a la that play, and give it to the new guy.
So the thing about this game is that y'all also had
last week too.
What happened?
I feel like I said that last week too.
What are you talking about?
Give the good plays to.
Yeah,
the new
you
guy.
really did. You were like, yeah, as long as we bring in another offensive coordinator, we'll just give them our plays we currently have. My thing is that Josh Allen, he hasn't been overwhelming in the games that they've won recently, but he still is playing well, and I think that as long as he continues to be consistent, they should be, in prime position to lock up the number 1 seed. Because to me, the Chiefs, which we're going to talk about later, losing to the Bengals kind of set them up to fail moving forward. To get into the playoffs, there's really not a shot for them to win to be the number 1 seed in the AFC. As long as Buffalo continues to win, they still have a couple of tough games, though. They got Miami.
I was going to say Miami could come out on top now.
It could be the case, but we also are going to talk about Miami, and I don't know if y'all watched that game, but it was pretty tough. It was rough to watch.
Nick Bosa took over in Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah. Brendan, you got anything to say?
My only takeaways, first off, Bills won 24-10.
Yeah.
We didn't cover the score. And
we never do.
We never do.
It's our hubris.
We be doing it. Josh Allen, still that guy.
Yeah.
He's great. And James Cook is finally their RB1. And the Naheem Hines. I don't know how to say his first name.
Yeah, that's it.
What was the point of that trade? He hasn't done anything.
More depth at running back, but it doesn't seem like they need it, because they've got Devin Singletary still.
I did like what I saw from James Cook. He caught the ball well. He ran the ball well.
I don't ever expect a running back on this offense to flourish.
No.
It's just not how they're going to play. As long as they're doing decent, that's great for this team.
Yeah.
Yeah,
especially against the Patriots.
That's what you need to do because we are one of the better defenses in the league, and we get after the quarterback. That's our thing. So to fucking hair in my mouth. To counteract that, you need to be able to run the ball. We can't keep. If you let us rush the quarterback, it's going to be a bad day. That's why we beat the Jets.
What do you think the solution is for the offense moving forward? Because y'all still have a shot to make the playoffs.
Because they had the worst quarterback.
Well, Zach Wilson was the worst, but we got after him.
Yeah.
Did you hear my question?
No.
Going forward?
Yeah, what would you do offensively to kind of
get good?
To be more consistent, I guess. Because there really isn't an identity there.
There is no idea. I mean, it's
because it'll be like we'll have 200 rushing yards one game, and then the next game Mac Jones throws for 350 plus. It's just not a consistent. I feel like that the inconsistency there is mostly the play caller. Which to this point, it's not Joe Judge. It's definitely Matt Patricia.
Matt's for sure calling the offensive plays.
I just don't know what else you can do offensively other than to, I don't know, just take what you can, get what you can from the defense you're playing.
Mean,
it's basically a matchup offense every week. Like they have a plan of attack, and if it falls through early on, they kind of move on from what they're doing. It's really weird.
It's hard because of the receiving core. The receiving core is so limiting, and it sucks when we have good games for Mac Jones, like 383, no interceptions, good quarterback rating, good completion percentage. Those are the type of games that, hey, we need a receiver to get in there. We need him to score more than he did. Ooh, Bryce Mitchell just got dropped.
Yeah, he's getting his ass kicked.
But he's
busted open too.
That's the type of thing we need. I think going forward, we need to just. We need to stick to the identity. As much as I don't like that, and as much as Mac definitely doesn't want to hear that, this year let's just be safe, stick to what we have.
So you think the established identity is running the football first?
Yes, we need. Well, we've always been, even
for sure.
I don't know why they don't just run like a Kyle Shanahan's type of system. They've got plenty of running backs. Like they got rid of J.J. Taylor. I feel like he was very capable of being a solid third down back.
I'm
not saying that there's anything wrong with the current running backs in that room, but with the depth they did have, they should be rotating their backs in and out, kind of like how Kyle Shanahan and Mike McDaniels even does with their offense. And they work play action off that, and I don't know. The offensive line has overperformed. Like they've played so fucking well.
We lose. It's like we lose. Ooh, that was good. Like we lose talent every year in the free agency because we don't pay our offensive linemen. And somebody comes in.
I mean,
Cole Strange was talked about as being a bust candidate, and he's not. He is literally exactly what everybody in our coaching staff said he was going to be over the preseason. He is leave him there and he's good. You just forget about that position. Ooh, is he going for?
It looks like it's over. Yep, it's over. Bryce Mitchell just lost to Poria.
I'm sorry. I just don't like it.
He got there was no shot.
Yeah, we'll go to the next game, I guess. There's nothing. It's just.
We will do a review of everything we're currently watching at the end. We want to touch on UFC 282 at the end. But you want to pick up on the next game?
Bills are probably best team. Patriots, one-dimensional. That's just how that goes.
Yeah.
Packers and Bears. Couple things I want to say. First off,
score.
28-19.
Yep.
Packers got it. I'm sorry, Bears. You didn't get it this year.
The perfect season.
The perfect season is not happening.
Yep.
At least you're getting Will Anderson.
Don't the Bears play the Packers again? No, they don't. That's fucking dog shit.
That was the last 20 chance. Of 25 for 254 and 2 interceptions from Justin Fields. He did bust one. He did bust a long run for a touchdown.
That play was nasty.
I love it.
If I'm not mistaken, one of those interceptions came from just trying to make shit happen.
Yeah.
More than anything.
Something I want to say, I'm glad you got N'Keal Harry to catch jump balls for you. Because he couldn't do it with us.
He seems like he's reinvigorated to a certain degree.
I mean, he looks like he's gonna be a good third for them. I mean, he only caught one ball, but
there's a lot of thirds.
Those
on
plays
the Bears.
are the type that
we talked about this last week. There's a lot of threes on this receiving core. Equinemius St. Brown, I feel like, is a 3. N'Keal Harry, obviously. Chase Claypool, he's like a low level 2 at best. Dante Pettis, like I said, maybe a 4 there.
Is Christian Watson Offensive Player of the Year? Or Offensive Rookie of the Year?
Hell no.
He's making a case because he has 8 touchdowns in like the last 5 weeks or something.
He is making a hell of a case.
He's playing really fucking well.
And the front runners are playing worse.
Yeah, because Kenneth Walker slowed down. Who else was it?
Damian Pierce.
I mean, Chris Olave, he's very close to 1,000 yards
Olave's
receiving.
Really
so
good.
Yeah. Biggest takeaway from this game, one, we already covered it. Bears' perfect season is gone.
Yep.
It was so close. Now can't be done. We have to wait till next year.
Yeah.
And
they could do it next year.
And it was so close. Allowing 18 points in the fourth to lose this game is so tragic.
It looks like Green Bay got back into running the football. You know?
A.J. Dillon went off.
Yeah, he played really well.
How many games this year have been lost in the fourth quarter? Like, just by egregious...
A lot.
18 points is a lot, in my opinion.
Yeah, it is.
I mean...
Just this week, there was, like, several where
there was
teams
a 33
went the fuck
point.
off in the fourth quarter. It's ridiculous. But, I don't know. My thing is like, Aaron Rodgers still playing whenever he's got the rib injury, and he's also got the thumb.
He's not letting Jordan Love play. Y'all got
fucked
up.
It's just a weird situation because, like, Jordan Love could actually get some, significant playing time, and he's not going to because Aaron Rodgers is going to try to make the playoffs.
At 5-8.
I mean, some of these teams could, completely collapse. They could run the table. I don't necessarily think that Green Bay is going to, run the table. They still got to play. Who else do they got to play? Let's go look. Because they're 5-8 currently.
They have
to run the table. They have to
Rams,
win 4
Dolphins,
games.
Vikings, and Lions. Which
They're not beating the Lions.
They could very well go 1-3 in those games.
They really could.
That's where I would put them.
And I don't know about y'all, but
I don't know, man. The Rams.
Baker Mayfield.
They got a new quarterback.
Baker Mayfield.
We
are going to talk about that game for sure. We have to. But you want to take us on the next game?
Yeah, we'll go to the next game. We are going to
Jets, Vikings.
The Jets and Vikings. Jets are competitive, man. I mean, he threw 2 interceptions, but Mike White...
One late that kind of threw the game.
Garrett Wilson went 0 for 1. I like that. Zonovan Knight, he was actually running the ball very well.
Yeah.
And I think that's actually... Dude, I like the Jets. I hate it because they're in the division, but, dude, I like them, especially going forward. I mean, you had 162 yards from Garrett Wilson. Are they a quarterback away with the way the defense plays night in? Like, the defense is there. Sauce, I'm going to shit. No,
I don't think they're
going to go with it. I was going to say, I'm going to talk about
It's not really a quarterback issue either because, I mean, if your starting quarterback throws for 369 yards.
We do 2 interceptions, though.
I don't know. I don't feel like that they were the sole reason for this loss. It was mostly like, I don't know.
Young.
Minnesota, they've been scrappy all year.
Yeah.
They've definitely made the most of their opportunities when they get them. But like Garrett Wilson going off for 162, my fucking god, dude.
Yeah, I mean they're young, they're trying a new quarterback, and their number 1 running back is out. For them to go and only lose this game
by 5 to a fucking 2-loss team
to who a lot of people consider one of the best teams in the league is
this
Jets team is legit, very legit.
Yeah, I do like the Jets' chances.
This Vikings team is very legit.
They don't look nearly as good these past few weeks though.
Yeah, but for Mike White to throw
winning.
almost 60 times though, I just think that's where those interceptions start to pop up. It's like the more attempts you throw, the more likely you are to throw picks. So I don't know why people expect like, oh, he wasn't perfect. Well, I mean, what quarterback is whenever they throw 60 fucking times in a game?
Jay Jetta's stats are not great.
No.
7 catches, 45 yards, but he got the touchdown. And this was his first touchdown in the second half of a season.
That's insane.
This season.
And he's still like, what?
It's those adjustments, man.
Yeah.
People start to adjust to him. And
I mean, on the season, he's 1,206. Like, he's got 1,200 yards and 6 touchdowns. That's crazy. And not scoring, that's his first
one. They still have 4 weeks.
After the first half.
Or 3 weeks. 4 weeks.
I think the big game was the Vikings got helped out in their run game. You had 2 touchdowns on the ground. I mean.
Yeah, Dalvin Cook had.
Is Dalvin starting to come into being Dalvin Cook again? Because
I don't know. It's iffy.
Because he was supposed to be easily top 5 running backs in the league.
Yeah, he's
Alexander Mattinson's good. I mean, did you see the thing about him? So he got fined $6,503 for his twerking celebration. I did the math because I couldn't actually have it up on the tweet, but that's $2,167 per twerk.
Yeah.
So like he twerked 3 times.
Oh my god!
Like that's so funny. Like
that's embarrassing.
Think they do that like some Hingle McCringleberry shit.
Yep.
It's so dumb.
I mean, are the Vikings, are they like the least scary good team in the NFL? Like,
Yeah, I don't think that they have a shot in the NFC.
Like the
we have two
dragon
teams that are very clearly better.
The Eagles, Chiefs, and then like the Vikings. If we're talking about pure record, that's what it is.
To me, it seems like that they're not nearly as like good on both sides of the ball as some of the other teams in the NFC. Yeah. And then whenever you get down to brass tacks, talking about the AFC, if they were to make the Super Bowl, are they beating the Bengals? Are they beating the Chiefs? Are they beating Miami? I don't think so. I don't necessarily agree with that. So,
I mean, I said Chiefs. I meant NFC. It was Dallas, Eagles, Dallas, Vikings.
No, you're good. I think currently, Dallas is way better than Minnesota
for sure. And we'll talk about them in a minute.
Yeah,
we got to. We'll move on. We'll go to
Jags Lions.
Yeah, Jags and the Lions.
Score was
14
for the Jags, 40 for the Lions.
Another game where I'm saying I fucking am so sorry for you, Trevor Lawrence. I wish we could get you somewhere, buddy. But you're going to be there for a while. I mean, C.J. Beathard came in, but nothing there. I mean,
this was weird. Jared Goff went 31 for 41, 340 yards, 2 touchdowns. And this just proves that they have to take a quarterback because one of those young quarterbacks will do this more consistently than Jared Goff.
Do you think so, though?
I don't know.
In the long run, absolutely.
In the long run, yeah. It just depends on when you can get a quarterback because I think a late-round quarterback isn't better than Jared Goff.
Not even close. It's just
they're not bad enough to get a top quarterback.
It's one of the two.
To me, it just proves that
top
they don't.
Quarterback or Jared Goff. That's literally how
they really
just saying. You have Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud. No, don't take another quarterback. Yeah. You don't need any other one.
Don't care. Wait for Caleb Williams.
To me, this game proves that they don't necessarily need a quarterback. They're not just a quarterback away.
Health helps a lot when
whenever they actually get their best running back, DeAndre Swift being back, that was great.
But we can't say that when Jamal Williams has been the best rushing scorer of the season.
How do you know DeAndre Swift wouldn't be that guy if he had been healthy?
That is something that at least fantasy wise people are going to have to look into. Is DeAndre Swift going to start taking up those goal line?
I would assume so. I mean, he's even getting their long.
I mean, they both scored.
He gets a lot of chunk plays. He's very athletic. He's super consistent at getting like at least one, long play a game.
14 carries for DeAndre Swift, 11 for Jamal Williams. I mean, they're right there. It's not like there's a huge discrepancy. I mean, they're
gonna look like how the Browns looked a couple years ago of like a true committee back that both of them are so scary.
Yeah, I like that. I like it I love the Lions.
They're gonna make the playoffs. They still have a very good shot of making the playoffs. They play the Vikings this week,
and they're favored.
They're favored at home.
That's great. But I say the best team in the league.
Yeah, the Lions are currently under 500. So,
we can move on to the next game because I know our buddy over here is gonna.
No, y'all are gonna go first on this one.
Philly and Titans, 35-10. I mean,
I'll take the last word on this one.
AJ Brown revenge game, dude. I mean, 119 yards and 2 touchdowns, dude. That motherfucker is just. He's so good.
I'm so happy to see it.
Any questions if you did have them about AJ Brown? You should be gone. I doubt there is, but I saw some people question some shit, especially because I saw a post about the best NFL wide receiver you could make out of players who are playing right now, and AJ Brown was actually the hands of the wide receiver, and that was really questionable to me because, in my opinion, it should be J-Jet or DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah, for sure.
AJ
is
AJ
guy,
is fucking. AJ was like, "Hey guys, I'm here." Jalen, he probably took over MVP.
Yes,
I mean it's especially with what's his name losing.
Yeah.
I mean
Mahomes.
What's his name? This is the second time.
I'm sorry.
In the history of our show, you've done what's his name.
I mean, there's a lot.
This can't happen again.
There's the best player in the NFL.
There's a lot to talk about here. I mean, you had Devontae, who also went 5 for 102 and a touchdown. Like, dude, I don't know. It's so hard looking at the Eagles objectively. Like, who is going to beat this team? Like, that's literally how I'm
Commanders.
looking at it. Like,
only the Commanders.
Only the Commanders.
They're the only ones.
They still have a shot, I guess.
Titans. Treylon Burks. I'm happy you're alive. You got fucking murdered.
He did get murdered.
You got murdered. on that fucking
Marcus
shot.
Epps, I don't know how he didn't get ejected from the game.
Dude,
it looked
that
like
was so
targeting.
bad.
I'm so glad
It
that he
looked
didn't
like
get.
fucking homicide.
I'm just glad he didn't get kicked out because it looks like it really did look like targeting if you're going based off the rule, the letter of the law. But it is what it is.
We follow the law.
My only takeaways before you take it away, Jacob, is pretty much what he said. Jalen looks like the MVP, especially with this game, and always bet on the revenge game. Always bet on the revenge game.
Oh, I got another game. We didn't talk. I'm pretty sure I fucked up. Seahawks are winning this weekend because fucking Turf Dog died.
Who?
They have a dog that's been like hanging out with them. His name's Turf Dog. He lost a leg and everything like a couple years ago. He's been there for like 10 years. He died. So they're winning by 50 this weekend.
That's so fucking sad.
Turf Dog, bro.
They're winning by 50 though.
Anyways,
50, dude, for Turf
50.
Dog.
let me get into my discussion on this team. It really is it's vindicating to know that like after all the shit that's been talked about Jalen Hurts, he kind of just shuts everybody up this year.
50.
So,
R.I.P. Turf Dog, dude.
I don't know if y'all saw the first touchdown that was brought back from the AJ Brown had caught it and it was barely out of bounds. His fucking big toe was out on the sideline, and then the very next play, he breaks Caleb Farley's fucking ankles.
Caleb Farley's still in the league.
He got ran over and.
AJ Brown's fucking huge, dude.
Yeah, AJ Brown and DK Metcalf, they were in the fucking
Same.
They had to have been in the
sequence.
gym literally every single day at college.
They were doing the same shit Liver King was doing.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. Had to sit our starters in the fourth quarter. It was such a blowout that they had no fucking shot.
Really not much
defensive
to
line
talk
came
about.
to play. 6 sacks on Ryan Tannehill. Brandon Graham, sneaky good. PFF, which we're going to talk about later.
Don't bring them up.
Grading him in the top 10 for edge rusher right now. Brandon Graham. I'm glad we brought him back.
He's not been better than Matt.
The
And that's my fucking prop.
We'll get into that. But anyways, to to finish up on this team,
Fucking joke.
yeah, I'm with you, Anthony. I don't know how you beat this team.
I don't know how you beat this team.
I really don't know how.
Especially when it gets cold and they have to run the
Because
ball.
they can beat you any way they want. Like, hey, we're going to stop you from – we have some of the best corners in the fucking league. We're going to stop
C.J.
you.
Gardner-Johnson.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
He's looking like the best fucking offseason pickup. The Eagles definitely probably have the best offseason pickup of the offseason.
Easy.
Between A.J. Brown and C.J. Gardner-Johnson, there's been – who's been playing better?
Even Adama Sue and Linval Joseph bringing them in, they've made a pretty big
I'm talking
impact.
about pure, who has made the most impact on their new team? It's been
A.J.
A.J.
Brown.
or C.J. Gardner.
For sure. A.J. Brown has been the most important pickup for any team, I think,
Yeah.
across the board. Because, when we're talking about quarterback switching teams, they've been a mistake. Russell Wilson's been terrible. Matt Ryan's been horrible.
Yeah. But he's a couple years ago. He's been there for –
No, Matt Ryan was this year.
I'm stupid.
Because Wentz was last year.
Yeah. Wentz is fucking trash.
But, I don't know, man.
I don't know. We can –
The only thing I would take away is you all haven't played and the Titans should have been, but one of these super top defenses.
Dallas.
We beat
That's
Dallas.
the best one.
Yeah, and they did play Steelers, but Steelers didn't have TJ. But I'm just
TJ
trying to
wasn't-
think
he
of
wasn't
the scenario that you all lose. If you all play,
It would be
running
against
into,
Dallas,
a-
a fucking
if you all are-
slugfest.
yeah, if you all are held.
But a lot of
to
these teams that have the
14 points.
offense, they don't have the defense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
whenever they have the defense, they're not
That's
they're
what's
not well
scary
equipped
about
like
Dallas.
we are.
Because
We're so packed on both sides of the ball that it's really not.
Yeah.
But Dallas is too this year.
I don't think their offense is nearly as consistent. As Philly's.
I was gonna say shootouts because at first I was thinking you only had 2, because I was gonna not include the Lions game because it was week 1. There's been a couple, 21-29 with the Jags when the Jags just took the early lead.
Yeah.
The score
that was in a
20
rainstorm.
almost every
That
game.
was-
It's ridiculous. The Packers-Eagles game, 40-33, but that's what I'm saying. They win the shootouts too. I don't know. Eagles are definitely scary.
Darren Till's getting dominated right now. But
He really is.
we'll move on. Browns, Texans. This is
Called it.
Oh, man. I've got one takeaway, and we can move on.
Deshaun Watson's first game back.
What was the
Browns
score?
win 27-14.
Looked rough, but you ran the fuck out of the ball, so congrats.
Well,
One
more than
takeaway.
anything, the defense won this game.
So the defense had 2 defensive touchdowns. And
I
they
take that
had,
back. The Texans won this game for the Browns. They did
They really
everything
did.
in their power to lose this
And
game.
then their special teams gave up a return for a touchdown as well.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, Donovan Peoples-Jones is good.
yeah. My only takeaway is Deshaun Watson looked like shit.
Which was to be expected.
This
years.
motherfucker on
Yeah,
my left,
it's
he was the one that called it out. Like, it's very, very likely that he's not going to play well.
Yes. We all
Just
said
around
it.
50% from the completion. He had under 150 yards.
He's getting bricked right
So
150 yards, and he had 1 pick, no touchdowns. I don't know about y'all, but this is going to be more of the same for the rest of the year, I would assume.
okay, that's what I was gonna ask. How many games until Deshaun
know.
doesn't look
I
like an
think
MVP again, but he looks like
he'll get better every game, in my opinion. I mean,
Yeah.
he's only going to get better. I didn't see anything outside of that egregious interception, which looked really bad.
I think he just
But-
forgot what team he was on.
Yeah, I mean, he's been so used to throwing to Houston. He's got so many good memories there.
Oh, man.
No, it's just he'll
It's
get
so
better. I mean, this is also how much has he been practicing with the team? I mean, there's a lot of things that you can go to this. I mean, they did what they needed to do. They ran the ball well. That's defense played at lights out. I mean, Myles Garrett.
As you should against the Texans. It's the fucking Texans. Also, one last takeaway. The Texans have one of the coolest but ugliest looking records right now at 110-1.
110-1.
It kind of looks sick, but it's fucking terrible.
You know what? They have
Good for them.
the worst fucking quarterback, probably the worst quarterback room in the entire
If they can
NFL.
If they can go 2-10-2, that's what I want to see.
Kyle Allen is fucking trash.
Imagine if Davis Mills was as good as his neck is long.
Well, he didn't play.
I know, but I was just saying,
Yeah.
imagine. Like,
Oh,
he was
he'd
talking
be-
about the quarterback
he'd be the
room. I
best.
was like, dude,
Yeah,
if he
Kyle
was-
Allen's fucking dog shit, and then Davis Mills is right there with him. So
Remember when he came in at Carolina and played 4 touchdowns in one game? That's
so
like
good.
a Corey Brewer scoring 50 in an NBA game. Like, who?
Who the fuck are we talking about right now?
But we'll pop to the next game. Commodores.
Commodores,
Commanders
Cramadons,
and Giants. You
The
fucking
commies.
tied.
The
You fucking
score
commies.
of 20-20.
to 20.
this game. It's fucking ridiculous out here.
I actually think they are equal, though. They are. I think they're equally as good. So this made so much sense.
7-5-1 for the Commanders and 7-4-1 for the Giants. I mean,
It's spot on.
They sound like the same team.
They-
Like, are they not the same team?
No, one has a good running back, and the other kind of has a quarterback sometimes.
Hey,
Kind of has a
Yeah.
quarterback.
He was balling this game.
you're right. Brian Robinson played good. I mean,
Just nobody could get past, midfield in overtime. It was like real fucking bad. It was some egregiously awful offense beyond regulation, and they just couldn't get it done. Like, just kick a field goal. Either team. Get one
Dude,
field
it's
goal
not
in
as
overtime,
fun.
and you win.
it's not.
Never go for the field goal win.
You
Always go for the
statistically
touchdown.
have a higher chance of winning if you go for it. It's just a fact.
I don't know how Darren Till he should not have survived that round.
That's what happens.
not
Anything else on the
Hell
tie?
Whoever wins, whoever. Honestly, I don't think either of these teams make the playoffs at this point,
Hell yeah.
and they're both in position to.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I think Seattle still makes it,
That's right.
but
Don't ever count out Geno.
Dude,
one
that's
of
the
these
way that they're
fucking
playing
teams
right
are
now.
not making the playoffs,
Balling.
if not both, and the Lions are going to be in there because
And
of that.
Seattle knocks out the Eagles.
Oh, the
That'd be
Eagles.
crazy.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy. What if y'all do lose, Gino? Moving on. Ravens,
fucking
Broncos. Lamar leaves, and then the game is.
It was boring. before,
Darren
though.
Till's eye is
snore
fucking.
fest.
It's
It wasn't
swollen
like
shut.
he was lighting it up.
Yeah, but I mean, that's
only
the
vote.
only person that anybody wanted to see in this game. I mean, Russell Wilson got subbed out of the infographics for Alex Singleton. Like that. That's how bad Russell's been this season. I mean, there's just nothing. We don't talk about.
I want to
the
go look at his
Broncos
stats. I want to look at his stats.
17 for 22, 189 yards.
He has 8 touchdowns total this season.
He's been shit.
28th in QBR, 16th in yards, 29th in touchdowns. Yeah, Russell Wilson's been really bad.
Lamar's probably not going to play this week. Scares me because of contract negotiations, but I mean, he's still been Lamar. The reason they're 8-4 isn't because of Lamar. It's the fucking defense. And Roquan Smith looked good. That was the only other thing that I could say is
Also, 8-4 is not bad.
8-4 is not bad, but that you got to think.
Yeah,
They don't lose to the Jaguars in last second touchdown, and they don't give up fucking 27 points to the Dolphins. You're 10-2.
yeah. But it is just one of those things where they're 8-4, and they're trying to make the excuse there. It's like that's really good. You're still, I think, now not winning the division, but you still might be winning the division.
Yeah. We'll move on. Dolphins 49ers 33-17. Niners came out on top.
Brock,
Nick Bosa,
Purdy.
dude. I mean,
Mr.
the
Irrelevant.
team, Brock Purdy plays well. You get a fucking over 100 yard over. What is that? It's 140 yards total.
Are you a fucking faux San Francisco fan or something?
I like San Francisco.
Their
team is good.
I really like San Francisco. I just hate one of their players.
Yeah,
and he's out.
Yeah, he broke his foot in this game.
He might come back during the playoffs, which would be interesting.
Because
do you bench him if Brock Purdy plays like this all year?
It's hard. It's hard not to, especially with the Shanahan.
I would not expect that to be the case.
I would assume Garoppolo would come in. I mean,
I would
as
too,
soon
but
as he comes back. But it's with the Shanahans. Who knows? I mean, they're not beholden to Garoppolo either. So they're like, fuck, Purdy plays good. We're good. Like they're like, we're good either way. We're winning games. They beat one of the best teams in the NFL
by a lot
with Garoppolo losing, and they beat the shit out of him. Christian McCaffrey looked amazing. I mean, in this defense, dude. I mean, is this the best defense in the league?
Yes.
It's one of them. If not the best, then it's definitely amongst Dallas. I think Dallas still has a pretty good defense.
Nick Bosa with 3
Buffalo.
of them things, taking the lead.
It's in the top 5
at its worst.
When we talk about where it matters most is for the Final Four teams. Whenever you get to a championship level, playoff game, they could definitely be the reason they win. Stopping one of the most high-powered offenses in the entire NFL. Miami had 17 points. Tua had maybe his worst game of the year.
That's what I was going to say. This was the worst performance by Tua.
And I mean, he didn't really get much help from his receiving core, I guess.
Shit.
Look
at it, dude. He did good. Tyreek 146. And he scored in the game.
Well, we know what Tyreek is going to do.
What is the Dolphins' record in games that Tyreek scores? I guarantee you this is their first loss.
I have no idea, honestly.
Tyreek's been so good, and they've been so good, and then.
But Jalen Waddle had 1 reception.
Yeah.
Trent Sherfield, who the fuck is that? 75-yard touchdown.
It was a one player. It was
River Carcraft, Alec Ingold. Nah, bro.
I don't know who.
We know who their second best receiver is, and whenever Tyreek goes off, it's usually in tandem with Jalen Waddle. But
this was scary for me because they didn't run the ball well at all.
Not at all.
In games when the defense is capable to get after your quarterback like that, you need to be able to run the ball to keep them somewhat off your ass. And they weren't able to do that, and they were just able to pin their ears back, get Tua to the ground. I mean, like I said, Nick Bosa took over in Defensive Player of the Year. If
all 3 sacks. All 3 sacks in the game were from him.
Also,
it's just ridiculous.
This is for sure his worst game. Tua's worst game.
Yeah,
which is understandable after we talked about.
Which is crazy. He had over 250 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. Yeah, the 2 picks were egregious, but
and going off of QBR,
I don't know. QB against 8 for 14 for 110 yards against Cincinnati.
He got concussed.
Oh yeah, that was.
But that's what I'm saying. Woo! The QBR.
Yeah, aside from him being injured, this is his worst game.
If you look at his QBR, this is his worst, and that's including that Bengals game where he had a better QBR. and got taken out of the game.
Yeah, it's wild.
And this is the only other game that he has 2 interceptions. The only other time he did, he threw the ball 50 times and threw 6 touchdowns in that game.
That was
Baltimore.
That was Baltimore.
Yeah. So this was by far his worst game, which it should be. It's the best defense. That's how it works.
We can pop to the next one. Seahawks Rams. 27-23 Seahawks.
Shouldn't have been this close.
DK is a monster, and just as you said, he took over as the number 1 receiver. Tyler Lockett had 1 more catch and 1 more yard. DK the very next week and said, "Kiss my fucking ass."
Yep.
In a game that you don't run the ball well, you get help from your receivers like this. This is how you win. I mean, Geno's been stellar all year. He threw an interception, but I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck.
If running isn't working, let Geno cook.
But that should be like it should be like
They're 7-5. He's 6th in yards, 4th in touchdowns. He has 6 interceptions, which is tied for 10th. He's 5th in QBR.
Yeah.
I think he's still first. He is still first in completion percentage, too.
Dude, he's a monster.
Yeah.
He's
72%, dude. Oh, my God.
I'm so happy for him.
Yeah, he's been playing so fucking good. I hope they make the playoffs.
Tariq Woolen, if Sauce wasn't a thing, he would definitely be defensive
and he's
rookie of the
like
year.
a 5th rounder?
But
5th or 6th rounder?
Sauce is a thing, so I'm sorry, guys.
I still think Tariq Woolen is like already a top 5 corner in the NFL, which is fucking insane.
Matthew Stafford doesn't play in this game at all.
No.
Cam Akers finally scored twice, but the receiving core was just abysmal. I mean, Tutu Atwell was their leading receiver. Tutu Atwell's not bad, but he's not a world breaker.
And we'll get to this later. But we all know how bad Baker and how well this played out. But we all know how bad Baker played. This guy played so ass that after seeing this one game, they said, "Fuck it, we're signing Baker."
We're signing Baker. Baker's been bad all year, and it's like they watched that and was like, "Dude, we can't.
We gotta at least try.
Yeah. What's his name?
Bobby
Bryce
Wagner
Perkins or whatever the fuck.
Bobby Wagner has been the only bright spot for the Rams all year. He's still
Great.
That dude, still top.
And it sucks that no one will think of that because he got laid the fuck out.
Is Jalen Ramsey falling off? He's
Little
been
bit.
getting torched.
I mean, we could talk about
He's
him
playing.
a little bit.
He is playing the best receiver every week.
At what point do we got to be like, yeah, but that's what you do? It's like we don't say that about
he came into the
Brady
league in
or Aaron
2016
Donald or somebody like that. Like we don't say that about.
That's a good point. I didn't realize it's been that long.
He came into the league in 2016, so he's in his 7th year, 6th year.
I didn't realize it.
He's an older guy at this point. Richard Sherman, he had a pretty long stretch where he was the best corner in the league, and it was in his 4th and 5th seasons. So I don't know. We can understand
a little bit,
a little bit of a drop off for Jalen Ramsey. It's just not. It just sucks because the Rams were, they were in it last year, and he was considered the best.
We got a dick kick. We have been a dick kicked. Next game, Raiders Chargers.
Ridiculous.
Another game of I'm sorry, Justin Herbert. I mean, you had Keenan Allen in this game, but you didn't have Mike Williams and.
We can't keep making an excuse for this motherfucker, man.
Nah, don't do
They ain't
that.
going to make the playoffs because of this shit, where the Raiders fucking lose to teams like this.
Look how injured they are.
I don't give a fuck, dude.
You get 2 touchdowns.
When you have that guy.
You had Devontae.
When you have that fucking guy.
They're playing the best running back in the league.
Arguably the best running back wide receiver.
I don't give a motherfuck, man. I don't care.
You had 300 yards between
that catch
2 players.
was so
if Justin Herbert's so good and he's a generational talent, he needs to make the fucking playoffs this year. I'm tired of the excuses. I really am.
Sounds like somebody's sitting up on their pedestal.
I've been told multiple times that Justin Herbert's better than Tua.
Darren Till just
got tapped out.
I'm sorry.
From fucking Zeus himself. Jesus Christ. Motherfucker's massive.
Derek Carr looks a little better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this would
a little better.
Devontae, throw it up. He's over there somewhere.
I mean, he almost threw 50% and a pick. It's not great, but it's a lot better than what we have seen.
So Devontae Adams is having like a really sneaky great season.
Great season.
So 82 receptions is fifth in the NFL. 1,247 yards was third, and he has 12 touchdowns, which is currently first in the NFL. He's fucking.
Dude's a monster. And then Josh Jacobs is only having the best running back season. 1,400 yards and 11 touchdowns.
You know how I said?
Yeah, he's probably going to hit around 1,800 yards rushing, which is
He's
wild.
this year's Jonathan Taylor.
Always bet on revenge games, but also always bet on betting on yourself years. Josh Jacobs is on a bet on yourself year.
The team isn't good, but he is.
I love it.
And there you go. He's going to get a fat
He's going
ass
to end up
contract.
getting a dumb fucking contract that every team, whenever that team signs him, whoever it is, they're going to regret it eventually. Because, like, every running back contract that's ever been given ends up being a terrible one. Think about it. Think about it for half a second.
Yeah.
I think you could say that with the way Zeke's career has panned out, but, like...
I mean, Zeke's even still good. Like, he's a good player still.
Yeah, but he's still the highest paid running back, and that's not...
Because smart teams don't give running backs money.
Facts.
They just don't.
Next game. Bengals-Chiefs. 27-24 to the Bengals, dude.
Damn, the MVP gets taken down.
He cannot beat this dude.
He
cannot beat Joe Burrow.
The
Joe
MVP
Burrow
loses
is 3-0.
27-24.
You ran the ball. That's what happens.
Yeah, Samaje Perine being in the game. Like,
Hey, he's
Joe Mixon being out because of concussion.
Joe Mixon didn't even play.
I'm just saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This guy looks like he's better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
You were
He's
real
not.
concerned about fucking Jamar last week, saying that he may not play. Motherfucker has 97 yards.
I was only just speaking what everybody was saying.
No, he's going to be good. He'll be all right.
Yeah, he's good. I'm not arguing that. He could not.
So,
could
what
not play.
what would y'all say about Joe Burrow at this point? Like, is it really?
that guy.
It's. I don't even think it's.
We got a lot of that guys at the quarterback position.
This motherfucker's
Young,
so
too.
good.
Yeah.
He's so good.
Yeah,
He really is.
It's kind of like
it gets kind of tiring to say like.
not even that. It's just like,
Like,
thinking of the years that we get to watch.
I shouldn't
these
have to
great
defend this
quarterbacks
dude the
that
way
we
I
have.
do. Joe Burrow is he's great.
We've
Like,
had great quarterbacks in the past, and I'm not taking any quarterbacks for granted. But, like, dude, the play that we're going to have for these next few years is going to be off the charts.
I think this
love
quarterback
it.
generation is just as good as the one we came out of, if not better.
I mean, yeah.
Like, we just came out of, like, Big Ben, Eli Manning, which, I mean, he's probably lower tier of those guys. Got Phillip Rivers, who's been great. Matt Ryan, Aaron Rodgers is on the tail end of his career. Obviously, Tom Brady. Peyton Manning he retired in 2016, but, like, he was of that generation. Drew Brees. A lot of great quarterbacks that lasted a long time, and they're never going to touch these guys in terms of, like, what they're going to end up. They're going to end up being far behind players like Joe Burrow.
Their numbers are going to be ridiculous.
Because Joe Burrow, I mean, he's second in yards, 3,400 yards. He's got 25 touchdowns, tied for second. 8 interceptions on the year, which is 22nd in the NFL. But he's 11th in QBR at a 59. He is in the MVP discussion for me.
Yeah.
When you beat the Chiefs and you fucking, like, you're going to be leading your division after this week because I don't see the Ravens winning.
I think he's probably third, in my opinion. I think it should be Jalen, Patrick Mahomes, Hill, and then Geno. That's it's a four-man race right now.
You have Geno third?
I have Geno fourth.
Fourth. Okay,
Joe
so you have
third.
Joe third.
Yeah.
Geno 1, Jalen 2.
Geno.
Love it. I just
Travis Kelce having his fumble. That really kind of fucked him over a little bit.
know when to go down.
The Kansas City's defense is not good. It hasn't been good against good offenses all year.
We can move on.
Yeah.
It's really all there is to it.
Yeah.
What the
Joe
fuck
Burrow.
happened?
Joe Burrow is the Chief Slayer.
All right.
Cowboys Colts. Very slow and close game. I mean,
Fucking
this went into
ridiculous.
the.
This game was
Well,
stupid as fuck.
Let's just talk about the first three quarters first, because
It's a
this
dumb
was a
fucking
very
game.
competitive game through the first three quarters.
Yeah, they're a 2-point
21
conversion for making it a
21
tie game going into the
Yeah,
fourth.
21-19 going into the fourth.
Fucking ridiculous.
And then you have what we talked about earlier, another fourth quarter explosion, 33 points. First time Cowboys have ever done this, and I think really
It's the first time a team has won by more than 30, being like with this close a margin going into the fourth. First time it's ever fucking happened.
Look at me, man. Hold on.
He's done.
Just look at me.
He's
for a second.
done.
I need to talk to you. Go the fuck home.
Jeff Saturday found out why he got benched.
Dude, just go
three
home.
interceptions.
He didn't play that. I mean,
he
3
played
interceptions
so
is absolutely horrible.
fucking awful.
Go the fuck home. That's farted.
I was gonna say
Because there's players on this
that
fucking
bad, but he
offense that are so good and they just don't get used. Like Alec Pierce, he had a touchdown, but like he is good as fuck, man. And then obviously Michael Pittman, 2 fucking catches, man, 4 targets.
What do you do?
Jonathan Taylor's falling off the map.
Their
Their offensive line plays like
they
shit.
Suck. It's so hard for him to be good because they.
How
suck.
have they won 4 games?
And Tony Pollard took the position for sure.
Yeah.
He is.
I don't think anybody
number
that's
one.
been questioning that recently is like, oh, it's still Zeke. No, it's
Zeke still got more carries though.
You have to. You have to give.
Tony
Zeke
started
more
the
carries.
game. He started the game as the starter, but it was because like Zeke missed a fucking like a meeting or something, or his phone went off in a meeting.
You have
So they
to,
punished him to where he didn't start the game. Like, okay, but he's still gonna end up with more carries.
You have, but the carries is more of it's more of a safety thing for Tony. Like it's like we're not going to give Tony 17 carries. We're not also going to give Tony the same 17 carries we're going to give Zeke in a sense of like how Zeke gets his carries compared to how Tony gets his carries because Tony's coming in and he wants to hit chunk plays, whereas they just want to just chip away at the block with Zeke, which I think is perfect. I think that's what they need to do. CD looked good as much as I've been
Michael
shitting on
Gallup
him.
coming back.
CD looked good.
He's been great since he's come back off of his ACL injury.
It took him a second to come back, but now he's starting to look like really good.
Yeah, he is their legit number 2, and they're getting back what's his name, the receiver.
One thing about
James Washington. They'll be getting him back this week.
One thing about this game that came from this game, we can kind of talk about it, is the Odell situation. Odell is now saying it's probably not going to be the regular season, which I think some people maybe expected maybe last week of the regular season. But
12-month injury, and he got injured in January or February last year. So
he's probably not going to be back until the playoffs. So in my opinion, I think that kind of eliminates Dallas. And I saw something that was interesting. A team that has the ability to wait and could use him.
Bills.
These motherfuckers.
Oh, I don't see.
They
that.
don't need it, but a team that could sign him and wait, it doesn't need him now, but could be very useful in the playoffs down the road. I think the Eagles should be a team to watch.
it'd be nice, but I don't really.
I don't see
I
it.
just-
It
I don't-
seems like he wants to play in New York,
He wants to
but
win a
he's
champion.
considering the Cowboys.
I would love to see him on the Chiefs. Like, they'd probably be the
I
team
would
that can
too.
use him the most of the teams that are contenders. Because, like I said,
Chiefs could use him the most.
Dallas is getting back James
Ravens could
Washington.
use
Michael
him the
Gallup
most.
still looks really good. And then you got CeeDee Lamb, who's been pretty good this year.
The Packers and the Ravens are the teams that can use him the most.
Damn sure not going to the
Of
Packers.
playoff
that's
teams,
not
I meant.
Yeah.
I know the Ravens are a playoff team, but, like, I don't think they're going to make it very far in the playoffs.
All right, last 2 games because we're fucking.
You're about to hit the 50-minute mark again? Jesus Christ.
2 weeks. Tampa Bay Bucks and New Orleans Saints, 17-16.
Yeah.
Bucks get it out. Tom
Brady's fucking clutch.
Tom Brady does Tom Brady thing.
Most clutch
Well,
player
not even
ever.
Tom Brady things. This is the first time he's ever done this.
Come back like this. Yeah, he's been clutch
by 2 touchdowns.
By 2 touchdowns.
That's
I
what's
give you
different.
that. But
and I didn't know that. That doesn't seem like this should be the first time this has happened.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Well, a lot of the I'm trying to think of what even games could be. A lot of the work in like a game that you would think like maybe like the Super Bowl, like 28-3. That was a lot of third quarter work. It was just there wasn't very much scoring in the fourth quarter. Chris Godwin looked good. I mean, it's just Brady, dude. That's basically how it came out to be. Is he just clutched it up in.
Just
The
as they drew
Saints
it up.
fucking collapsed, though.
Yeah.
And
we'll
I'm
talk
tired
about-
of this
oh.
shit. I'm tired of this shit. I have fucking Alvin Kamara in one of my
fuck
fantasy
that.
leagues.
Just get rid of him.
He had 4 points last 2
Yeah,
weeks.
he's terrible.
It's so fucking bad,
He's not
dude.
terrible. This team's fucking terrible.
This team not using Alvin Kamara is actually fucking
This
ridiculous.
doesn't say Andy Dalton has an interception. I'm 99% sure he does. Apparently not. But
Who knows? They took it away.
maybe. But that's what I was gonna say. Andy Dalton played pretty well actually until the end and just handed them the ball. Just straight give them the ball back to see if Tom Brady could pull off history.
He said,
It's
"Can you
fucking
still do it?"
awful.
Couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Mark Ingram, he had an injury in this game, and
He's done for the season, I'm pretty sure.
yeah, he's done.
But we'll move on because this next game was the exact same fucking
The
game.
exact same situation.
But except for the GOAT,
this previous Thursday,
we still got
Thursday
the GOAT.
night,
Yeah. Rams and Raiders, 17-16. Baker leaves a 98-yard drive in the end of the game to cap
there's
it
a
off
lot
to
of dumb shit
touchdown.
on this drive that made them win this game.
Caps it off with a touchdown to Vance Jefferson to win the game.
What other team is as undisciplined as
The Raiders.
Vegas? I don't get it.
Raiders are bad.
They're fucking terrible.
how can you go back to back the way they do?
Baker
It's
Mayfield
unbelievable.
Played so well against the Chargers.
Baker Mayfield won this game off one of the best throws he's had in his career. But
good
let's
throw.
not get this twisted. He should not have won this game.
No.
He's still boo-boo. We are not.
I don't know if he's boo-boo, but
We
I
are
don't
not-
think
he's
he's like
boo-boo.
as I don't
We're
think
not
he's as good
Baker
as people are
stands.
giving him credit for.
I liked him going into the season. I've lost a lot of faith in him.
Yeah, because he's ass.
Yeah.
He's ass. Let's just.
Was that? It was holding, but it didn't seem bad enough to call it that late in the game. The pass that he threw, the pick that he threw, they got to take it back.
Oh yeah.
It didn't seem like it was really bad, but it.
You think they should have bit the whistle on that? Just-
I don't know. I didn't think it was as bad until the replays, but. Do you think Baker knew? Because I don't think he did. I think he just
I don't think
took that
Baker
thing
knows
up.
what he's doing when he's out on a football field. I think he's just kind of out there doing shit.
Yeah.
Like, I think he probably had what's his name in his ear the whole time. Like, hey, throw it now. Like, it's somebody was
Square.
controlling him with a controller.
Yeah, square button.
Like that's how it is. I'm hating, but
Of course. It's more fun that way.
he's a bad quarterback on arguably the worst team in the NFL.
Well, the Texans are a team.
They are a team.
They are. No, they're not. But that's it for our recap.
Yeah, we're gonna move on.
There's really
Now we got the
nothing
predictions.
Nothing else to talk about for week 13 and 14.
We can cover up some ground on our predictions because these will be quick. We can
They should
pop
be
into
quick.
a Week 15 schedule.
Gonna pull up our
The shizhesh.
messages
the
so we can talk
shenanigans.
about our picks.
I need water. I'm sorry. My stomach's hurting.
Here, I'll hold your mic.
Bro, no.
What's up, bitch?
It's fucking.
What's up, bitch?
Go to Little Caesars, bro. They got this Buffalo Ranch.
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor. It's just good.
The leading pizza people for the NFL.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, have you seen Matt Stafford's fucking his commercial?
I don't watch commercials.
Pizza, 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 pizza.
You can continue. I'm just literally.
Hey, Brendan, you want to
Yeah.
talk about our picks?
Of course.
All right, so let's get on.
Game 1 is the San Francisco 49ers at
Yup.
the Seattle Seahawks.
Boring. No, I'm just kidding.
I took the Seahawks. I'm not betting against Geno.
You are so biased, my guy.
Yes. Absolutely.
You're not betting against Geno?
You and Anthony both took the 49ers. I am the one out. And I can't believe that you all would rather Brock Purdy over Geno.
I mean, it's not me taking the quarterback over the, one quarterback over another. It's mostly about the team.
Yeah, no, I get it.
I just think
I don't
that
agree
San
with
Francisco is a far better overall team. And if anybody can stop that offense in Seattle, it's going to be the 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be fun. I'm coming, y'all. Keep going.
We need some commentary from our friend.
I need to get my lava.
Here you go. Say something about the 49ers.
I know. I'm gonna.
So don't change any picks this week.
I didn't.
I haven't made the graphics yet. I haven't made the graphics.
All right,
yet.
then I can change my picks.
I will
Next-
be able to. But
Next, we have. Do you have anything to say about the Seahawks 49ers?
I'm excited for this game. I
you
think
took the
this is
49ers.
possibly a game for the week. Yeah, I took the 49ers just because the defense is the best in the league, and they had the defensive player of the year who I expect to continue his reign. But I just think it's hard for Brock Purdy to get in the way of this team winning. That's literally how I'm looking at this team right now. But
Next, we have the Colts at the
don't
Vikings.
even care. We can just go to the next game. Ravens and Browns.
what the fuck are you talking about?
we know who's gonna.
We all three took the Vikings.
We're not gonna have any commentary on this
There's
game.
nothing to
We all took the
commentate.
Vikings. Do you have
Matt
any
Ryan needs
We
to
can't
go
talk
on.
about Justin Jefferson possibly having his best game ever.
ever?
It's hard. He's had so many good games.
Yeah, but this is like a 200-yard, like 3-touchdown type of situation for him.
This should be a 90-point game.
We all took the Colts. I guess we're just gonna brush by that.
We all took the Colts to fucking
Yeah,
lose.
it's fine. It's okay.
Next, we have Baltimore at Cleveland.
I like this game.
I am again the odd man out. I took the Browns.
This is different because last week, whenever we did our picks, I was the odd man out,
Yeah,
and Brenda's trying to be the contrarian now.
I'm-
So
I like the Ravens.
I sent my picks in first. Y'all were
You really
hating on me.
did.
I
You really
was
did.
asleep. I took the Ravens even with Lamar's injury. I still think the Browns are probably going to be coming. Still trying to figure everything out, quarterback wise. And Roquan Smith gets another week. I mean, he was a defensive player of the year candidate earlier in the season. I mean, he's probably going to lead the league in tackles. Like, he gets another week in a middle linebacker oriented defense. I mean, that's been bad, but he's going to help. I think Ravens could probably pull this one out.
you know what?
It's going to be close though.
Honestly, don't know who the better quarterback currently is between these two teams because Deshaun Watson is still getting his feet under him, and I don't know. Tyler Huntley, he's been good in spots for the Ravens, and he's pretty athletic like Lamar, not necessarily on the level of Lamar, but like he understands the offense. He can
Tyler
get it done.
Huntley plays well when he comes in.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. He's a good backup, probably the best backup in the AFC.
And again, you all are hating because we have Miami at Buffalo, and I'm the only one that took Buffalo.
Yeah, because you're wrong.
Miami's offense
Miami-
it just looks so good. It's
Miami's
hard
going to have
like,
a down week. They lost to the 49ers. The 49ers are better than the Bills right now.
Yeah.
Josh Allen's been dealing with an elbow
Defensive-wise,
injury
for
all year,
sure, but
and in a spot.
Ooh, that's bold. That's
think so?
bold. 49ers better than the Bills right now.
Defense.
Yeah, they are. No. Overall, I think the 49ers
I
are
don't know
better
about
than the Bills
overall.
right now. They just are. They've played better. Even despite their
Right.
quarterback play, like I don't think Jimmy G's been even above average, and they've still won games like in pretty significant fashion. So, to me, the Dolphins, you're
I'm
not
thinking
stopping
of it.
Tyreek Hill.
Nobody has, but they've also lost when Tyreek Hill's played good.
Yeah, but
So it's.
how many games has Tua had that he played bad?
I'm expecting both of them.
He has
to
not
come
played
along this
bad
game.
more than once this season.
I'm expecting Jalen and Tyreek to come along this game, and that's why they win.
Yeah, I think they both have over 100 yards, honestly. I really don't think that the Bills are capable of stopping them. And Von Miller being out for the rest of the year, that's really tough. There's not going to be any pressure really on to all game, which is a really, we should talk about that offensive line a little bit.
talk about them.
Miami's offensive line has been so fucking good this year.
And then they got destroyed.
And then they get destroyed against San Francisco, which it's not an indictment on the Dolphins. It's mostly like San Francisco's defense is just so good. But I do have Miami. I think Miami gets this fucking thing done. They go to win the division off this shit.
They're not going to win the division, but
That would put them in the best position to win the division.
Yeah,
But they'll have to play them again.
This is a lot for
They've
who's
already
going to
played
win
the
the
Bills.
division.
They already beat the Bills.
Up next,
Bananas.
we have Philly
Eagles.
at Chicago.
Yeah.
We can skip this one too, honestly.
We all took the Eagles because why would you take anyone else?
I mean, Justin Fields could have a big day.
I expect it.
They're going to finish the season out favored in every game.
All right, I'm going to go out on a limb here. I think the Eagles score over 40. Over 40 on the Bears.
This could be
It's a big spot.
yeah.
I just don't. It's tough. It's tough for the
know
Bears.
about
I'm
this.
sorry, Brennan. I don't want y'all to get
No,
embarrassed,
no, you
but
should.
this
We
is
need
like
the-
a
we need more
this is
losses.
the
We need the
cement.
picks.
This is the bonder to put y'all in that 2 spot.
Good.
Y'all are gonna have the second overall pick.
That's
So,
wonderful for us.
We can move on
Lions
though.
Jets. This is actually going to be a
Lions,
very
let's go, baby!
It's actually going to be a good game.
Again,
It's crazy
I
that
am the odd one out.
Yeah,
you have the
took
Jets.
I
You're a
took
Jets
the
fan.
Jets.
We know. We understand.
I like the Lions. I like how they've been playing recently.
That offense isn't being stopped.
That's deep. This is a good game to figure it out though, because that defense can
I mean,
play.
they can run the ball.
That defense can play. Yeah. They can
The thing
run
is
ball.
that if they are able to take Jared Goff down quite a bit in this game, which they could, the Jets' pass rush has been good all year, and the back end has played well off of that pass rush. Sauce could have a big day. We could see him with a couple picks, maybe come away with a touchdown, maybe.
he's gonna have to. He's gonna have to follow Amon-Ra because Amon-Ra went off last week.
Honestly, I do think it comes down to the final possession. I think whoever has the ball last wins the game.
I like that.
Mike
I like
White,
games
Mike
like that.
White's going to be good in this game, so we'll see how it goes.
Sure is.
Steelers Panthers. I think
took-
we all.
I took the Steelers.
I took
Yeah.
the Panthers.
I don't know.
Am I ridiculous or what?
Yes.
I
think
actually
so.
do think
Is Minka Fitzpatrick the best safety in the league?
no. C.J. Gardner-Johnson is.
No. Minka.
No.
Sure.
It's close.
C.J. has more
I-
picks. He has more
He
pass
has more
breakups.
picks, but I
He's just
I
better.
do think Minka is more transformative for
Okay.
how he's held the defense up with TJ not being there, and him being.
Donta Foreman's about to
literally
go off for like 150 yards on this team.
Nah, Minka has 2 picks in this game.
And I like what Derek Brown's been doing. I like what Brian Burns has been doing. Still like J.C. Horn quite a bit. So, he's trying to end it.
I like when people
Busted
go to
his
sleep.
shit.
You know,
Ponzinibo?
Next.
Ponzinibo?
We got another snoozer. We got the Chiefs and the Texans.
Yeah, y'all should know who.
I think the Chiefs win by at least 30.
It should be nasty.
What is going to be the? All right,
This will be a Patrick
no,
Mahomes.
we have to guess the line on that one. What's the line for that one,
Over.
boys?
14. It's 14.
Is it 14?
Over.
I don't know, but that's what my guess.
That's your guess?
It
What's
might.
your guess?
It's either 14 or 17 and a half.
14. 17 and a half is high.
Yeah, that's what the Cowboys.
I think
like.
it's
17 and a half is
I'll,
high.
I'll do 20. I'm going to say it's
There's
at least
no
20.
way it's a 20-point.
20-point spread. I'd say
How
it's at
many
least
times
20.
is the NFL had a 20-point spread?
I don't fucking know, but that's my guess. I'm about to go look. Here, let's see. So,
It's probably only gonna be 8 or 9.
oh, it's
points.
14, Brennan.
14, yeah.
Makes sense.
This is a home game for Houston.
Yeah.
So it
Or
would be 17.
or
It
it'd
would
be
be a
17.
17-point spread in neutral
What did I
field.
say? I mean, no one am I betting?
Man, that's a rough one. That's a rough one. Over under set at 46.5. Yeah.
Next,
Falcons and Saints.
I got the Falcons.
Battle of
Falcons
mid.
win it, boys.
Yeah, I think I took Falcons too.
You took the Saints,
took the
Anthony.
Saints?
You did.
Why do I do this?
I don't
You
know.
haven't done the graphics yet. We're doing these
So
live.
you're switching
from now on.
Falcons?
Well, you
Switching
took
to
the Saints
Falcons?
because I don't
You
know.
can. So you.
Oh,
last
no,
week.
that's what it was. No, I took the Saints because Desmond Ritter's starting.
Oh, I was going to say you can say that you switched your answer because you just
No.
found out Desmond Ritter.
No, that's what swayed me to the
wow.
Saints is Desmond
You're a
Ritter
hater.
starting.
That's
He's
ridiculous.
a rookie. He's a rookie. You're telling me the 2 best players on offense, not named
Mariota
Cordell
hasn't
Patterson,
played
are
well,
rookies?
though. Mariota hasn't played
Yeah,
well. I think
so-
Desmond Ritter has a far better arm than
I think
Mariota.
Mariota's better than Ritter right now.
Do you still have the spread pull up?
I can pull it back up.
Okay. Because I want to see the Cowboys spread
Okay.
against.
Oh,
the
they're playing
Jags.
the.
That might be crazy.
Yeah.
Especially after that burger they put on the fucking.
Yeah. We all took the Cowboys because you take the Cowboys in this game.
Yeah, I'm not gonna switch
They-
that.
they
The
play the-
Jags could somehow go crazy. They do it every
Trevor
2 or 3
Lawrence.
games. So I'm not counting them out, but I would assume the spread is absolutely ridiculous.
I'm pulling it up. Let's see. We got 6. It's a 6-point spread.
I would absolutely take the Cowboys in that 6
Hammer
spread.
the fucking over. Yeah, so we took the Cowboys Saints. Like I said, for me,
I don't get this
Desmond
shit.
Ritter was being the swing point.
I'm gonna keep us open because I need to talk about this line when we get there.
We're all haters.
Why?
We all took the Cardinals to beat the Broncos.
The Broncos are
The
fucking
The Broncos are
bullshit.
horrible, but like
They're fucking
That's-
trash.
that's wild.
And people know how if you watch the
That's
show,
a
you know
pick'em.
how I feel about the Cardinals.
That's
That's
what
a
I'm saying.
pick'em.
I took the Cardinals because I am a Broncos hater. I can't believe that you all joined
The
me.
Broncos are favored at home.
I'm an
Yeah.
enjoyer of anything that's not the Cardinals, and I took the Cardinals.
So
Broncos are just
over
bad.
under set at 39. I'm assuming that
For
is
that game?
absolutely correct.
That's an under.
Yeah, you hit the
Bronco,
under on that
what
one.
part of the
Under,
Broncos
under.
are going to get the score to 39?
The Cardinals defense not playing well here.
The Cardinals are going to score 39 points.
If
No, they're not.
It's what 39. If 39 is the thing, that's
if Russ is the quarterback, they cannot score 18 points.
exactly.
It can't be done.
They really can't. They need to just start someone else at this point. Let them get healthy.
Just
Going into next
fucking
season.
go into the next season.
nasty.
But that's what we said about the Seahawks.
I don't get how
And
Nathaniel
they got
Hackett
rid of
has to
them,
be
and
fucking
they're playing
fired.
better.
That's right.
Next game. This one didn't even fucking question. These motherfuckers suck. The fucking
motherfuckers
Raiders
suck.
are going to get blasted. What's the line on
You
this?
all are,
saying it like
currently
our
an
offense is
underdog.
crazy.
We all took the Patriots.
You're an underdog.
Yeah, we all took the
And-
Patriots, even though we're the underdog.
I'm not.
The Raiders
nearly
are
as
favored by
confident as
1.
you. I think this one's not a blowout by any means.
I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I just think the Raiders suck dick.
I do think you'll win.
Two things can be true.
I just don't think it's going to be a blowout on either
Defense.
end. Hopefully, y'all do win by at least 7, though. Like that should be a big.
We're going to cover the spread. It's fucking.
Well, yeah,
points.
I would assume so.
Imagine us winning by 1.
What if y'all tied?
6-7.
What if y'all tied?
This
A
is a
fourth-
scary
a
game. I
fourth
could very
fucking
well
tie?
see. I could very well see how well Josh Jacobs and Devontae's played. I could very well see us losing. But
How
I
many
don't think
ties
our
have we had
defense
this
is gonna
season? We've
allow
had
that.
3.
No, we're not
We've had
tied.
2.
No, we've had
two.
3.
Do the Patriots tie? When was the last time the Patriots tied?
No, we've had 3 ties this
Who's
season.
who's the other one?
You had Texans, Colts.
Yes.
Then you had
Giants, Commanders,
Giants,
and nothing
Commanders.
else.
Yes, there's a third one.
There's not.
I promise there is. There has to be
There's not. There doesn't.
because it was back-to-back weeks. Was it not?
No. I think you're thinking of.
Nah,
your-
bitch. I'm gonna go back
I think
and
you
look.
should turn that
I'm-
shit off.
All right.
I'm kidding.
We'll get to it.
I'm gonna go look through them all.
Ooh,
Anyways, we can keep going.
Titans Chargers.
I am lonesome again. I took the Titans here.
Yeah.
I took the Chargers, and I get it. But I
Mike
just
Williams is playing this game.
I
That was
just
big
don't-
for me. They're
trust this Chargers team anymore. They've lost my trust.
Yeah, they're not very good.
the Mike Williams is going to be back. That was the kind of deal breaker for me. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, if you're going to tell me at least Austin Eckler, Keenan Allen, and what's his name, Mike Williams are going to play, then and Justin Herbert's their quarterback, then yeah, this should be a game that they win.
Brendan, you're right. It was only 2 ties.
I know. I'll be keeping up.
I know I'm right.
Bengals Bucks.
Bengals.
This is going to be a very interesting one.
It's not. Jamar Chase is going to have 3 touchdowns.
Jamar
Yeah.
Chase gonna have 3 touchdowns.
And they're in.
You want to
I think
put
the
some
Bengals-
capital to that, buddy?
You lost capital last
No.
week
How did I lose capital?
because you said Jameson Williams was going to play good.
listen.
I forgot.
Listen.
No.
I was like, dude,
I thought he was gonna play more than like 5 snaps.
That's what you said.
That's what I said. He's going to play 4 snaps.
I didn't know that. I never even thought about it.
Okay, he's gonna have 100 this game. Double or nothing.
Double or nothing?
Double or nothing.
God, if they have
You gotta
No, I really don't want to do that now, honestly.
Well, you got to pay up.
I'll make up for it by doing this.
If you were wondering, Jameson Williams went 0 for 0.
He really.
0 catches, 0 yards.
That's
he
funny.
He was 100 shy of your projection.
he got to sniff the grass.
He was.
That's what he did. He's out there picking dandelions.
He didn't cover the spread there. Poor guy.
We were close.
Hold on, we're already back to the Commodores and the Giants playing again.
15. God damn, bro.
I
Get
love
these
saying
shitty
it.
ass teams off my screen.
I didn't even.
They're
realize-
going into the
they
poop
go
stadium?
Back to back.
They're going into the poop
Well,
stadium.
no, they have 1 week off from each other. But
The pipes are bursting, and the owner is
why did none of
rapist.
us pick to tie again? But can
I didn't even
switch my answer?
I didn't even think of it.
There's no way. But can I switch my answer?
No,
Can we
they're
all
not
just
going to
go
fucking
tie,
tie.
tie?
They're
I
not going to
took-
tie. It's a primetime game. This fucking
all right,
team's
all
going to win.
Oh,
I took
this
the
wasn't
Commanders.
supposed. That's what it was.
You-
This wasn't supposed to be.
Yeah,
the
they
primetime
flexed-
game.
they flexed out
They
the
flexed
Chiefs.
out the. No, it was Patriots Raiders.
It was
You-
it was
You took the
Patriots,
Giants.
I took
We
the
both,
Giants
We both took the Comrades.
because you're dumb.
Yeah, I mean, you're picking against your playoff
Giants'
pick.
defense is better, and Saquon should play in this game.
It's wild.
I am
because
switching my next one. I'm 100%. It took everything in me not to.
I picked the Rams. I already picked the Rams. I picked them.
I picked the Packers, and it took everything in me not to hate. And now that Baker is apparently God mode, I'm taking the Rams.
We did this after the Thursday night game. You didn't pick them.
Did we do it after the Thursday night game?
Yeah.
When did I send mine in? Because I was.
Yeah, because it was this morning.
Y'all texted.
I was about to say it literally says today. So yeah, we definitely did it.
Yeah, we did this today. We should have not picked the. What if the Packers end up?
Packers.
You're taking Packers.
Yeah.
All right, you're the odd one out again. I'm taking the Rams.
I mean, they have the offensive rookie of the year, and Aaron Rodgers has been playing well. If they're gonna run the ball, which the Rams have been not good at protecting.
We're on the same page, Brennan. I think Baker gets it done.
Yeah, Baker's got a ball out.
God, dude.
Baker has a better game than Aaron Rodgers.
Oh my God, the hate.
Oh
Bold
man,
take.
that would be wild.
The
Honestly,
hate.
don't see that, but we could see.
The hate.
All right, so we're still in this same fight, by the way.
Yeah, this is the first one that's went to the third round. No, I think
Ooh.
Darren Till.
Ooh,
Till
he's
lost in the third
stumbling.
round.
Yeah, that one.
God, I'm getting a lot of pop-ups.
We got Morano.
Kenneth Walker, unlikely. Amari Cooper, expected to play. Trevor Lawrence,
A lot of people are saying
expected to play.
start
Saquon,
Amari Cooper.
50-50.
He is looking. People think he is going to ball out.
I mean, he was balling out with Jacoby Brissett, and he's only going to get better because of a better quarterback.
Yeah,
Should be how it is.
that should be how it is.
Should be how
What
it
are you
is.
trying to
What if
fucking
this shit
preface
turns?
something?
I'm not saying.
What if this shit turns right into Russell Wilson on the Broncos? Like, what if he is
What if
that
it's like a
fucking
Baker
bad?
Odell moment where it just doesn't work?
What if Deshaun Watson
There's a
just
lot of
isn't
hate
good?
I think there's a-
for the person.
Don't get me wrong. No, I think there's a big difference in both of those talents. I think Odell is way better than Amari, and I think Deshaun Watson
You think
is
Odell's way better than Amari right
Not
now?
right now.
Right
There's no
now.
way.
right now. He's injured.
No,
He's
but,
not on it.
but I'm saying even look at what we had of Odell last year. And
Last
look
year?
at what Amari's doing this year.
Last year, I'm taking Odell.
Oh,
That's a
it's
good
over,
question.
boys. It's
That's a good
over,
question. He was
boys.
some white dude with a bald head went to sleep.
Morano just won the fucking fight,
I
boys.
don't know what that dude's name is.
We got college football.
College football, dude. I love it. I love it.
Gonna talk about
you
some
wanna go-
bowl
First off, I
games.
want to start with fucking the conflict of interest that's going on. Scott Satterfield, you're a fucking cuck. Nobody likes you. I'm a Louisville fan, so you piss me off. And it should be a conflict of interest. If you coach in this game, I'm shitting in your Weetabix. Like, it's no fucking... Like, you should not be able to coach in this game. You're going to tell the fucking...
Cincinnati's a far better program than Louisville,
No.
so it really is.
Get the fuck out of here.
When's
Because
the
they
last-
had
when's the last
sauce,
time?
and
When's
the last
they got
time?
beat by 50.
When's the-
Hold on.
when is the last
Hold
time?
on. What do you mean?
When's the last time Louisville has made any progress into the fucking college
Lamar?
football playoff?
Literally Lamar.
They didn't
Literally
make it to the
Lamar.
playoff.
They got blown the fucking... So we're going to pride Cincinnati on getting blown out by Alabama?
His fucking jaw.
No. Fuck
don't be
that.
changing it.
Talk to me. You're saying... No. Especially if we're talking about history, it's not fucking close. If we're talking about the past few years, you can give me that. But they got fucking blown out by Alabama, and they haven't been back since. Louisville is having trouble because we have fucking other shit that's going on there.
I don't know why we're talking
But-
about an irrelevant fucking team though.
I'm just saying, it's a fucking conflict of interest.
Listen, if they
bringing
still
it
had
This motherfucker saying that like Kentucky's gonna be relevant in their bowl game.
hey,
Fucking
they
Levis isn't
they have a
playing.
fucking top
Levis
top
is going
10 pick
bye-bye.
in the NFL. So
Bye.
Sleeper?
Yeah, because the
Sleeper
quarterback
bowl game.
market is
I bet
terrible.
y'all don't win your bowl game, and I bet Kentucky wins theirs.
I bet they don't.
I bet you they do.
I bet they don't.
They play
My
Iowa.
shoe plug, by the way, selling shoes to Chris Rodriguez. He's probably gonna fumble them. Fucking
Real quick,
You're an L.
I wanted to say the sleeper game, but back on the Kentucky Bowl game, those are two of the best scoring defenses, and they have backup quarterbacks playing for both teams. That should be one of the best messy games we've ever seen.
It's
Yeah,
gonna
It
it's
should
gonna
be
be
an
fun.
absolute fun disaster.
Y'all want to talk
But-
about Bama?
Real quick, sleeper bowl game that no one's talking about, the Holiday Bowl. Oregon versus North Carolina. North Carolina is not ranked, is probably why no one is talking about it.
both quarterbacks
Duke-
are going.
Yes.
Yeah,
That is why
that's
Bo
this
gonna be
game
a
Nix
is
and
so good.
Drake May.
Yes,
That's going
they're
to be
both
such a
ballers.
good game. Oregon's been
This
good.
is a game to watch.
I mean,
for sure.
Brendan, we had talked about
Oregon.
a potential that Bo Nix ends up being a first round pick.
He should be. The way off he's playing
I honestly
this
don't
year,
know if that's going to happen. I would love to see it, but I don't think he's been consistent.
Every year, everyone thinks that quarterbacks are going to go super early.
I'm not saying early. I just think first round.
I just
Well,
don't
that's
know
what I'm
about
saying. First
Bo Nix.
round, last year we said 3 quarterbacks were going to get taken in the first round. Like, not us personally, but there were mock drafts that said 3 quarterbacks were going to get taken in the first round. That shit did not happen. Like,
Yeah, so I was trying to think of who. I'm not even going. But
Malik Willis, Kenny Pickett, and Desmond.
But that's like the worst quarterback class
It
that
is.
we're gonna have for the next
It is,
fucking
but-
5 years. Like, but I like what you're saying because Oregon has been good against every team not named Georgia. It's just
Fair.
a fact.
Yeah.
I like.
A rule-
Go
go ahead.
I would love the Washington Texas game if Bijan Robinson was playing, but he's not. Tennessee and Clemson.
Oh, I
would
thought we were
love
taking
that.
turns on picking them because I was going to say, I'm skipping Jacob. And the Orange Bowl, they better let Tennessee and Clemson both wear orange in the Orange Bowl.
Well,
That'd be fire.
Yes, it has to
It
happen.
has to
I
happen.
like that. DJ, I'm not even going to try and pronounce his last name.
DJU. I just call him just
DJU,
DJU.
he's not playing for Clemson, and Hendon Hooker tore his ACL, so he's also not playing.
Yeah, this should
So
be
it's
Just so let them both wear orange.
bowl games
And
are
just
bowl games are
Run
irrelevant
with
if
it.
you don't make the college football play, and that's what's kind of crazy about the college football playoffs, and that's what expanding it will help a lot of these bowl games because these bowl games don't mean anything. If you're not in the college football playoffs, it doesn't matter. Your best players aren't going to play in those games, and you're not going to have anything. And even if you are in the college football playoffs, if these are first round picks, like I wouldn't be surprised if Will Anderson's like, no, I'm not playing.
Well, there's
no
been a lot of
reason for me
people
to play.
already
we already seen
declared.
Ohio State's wide receiver.
Jackson, but he's
Yes.
been injured all year.
Yeah, but he
he's
just
not
said no.
playing. Yeah, there's no reason, and
Do
they're
you wanna-
in.
Do you want to point one out, Jacob? Any of them that stand out to you?
Yeah,
that
we got
haven't said?
Bama at Kansas State.
Yeah.
That's going to be a good one. All-State Sugar Bowl. Bama barely
I'm just not
missing the
big on
playoff.
Kansas State.
Yeah,
I think Bama's gonna fucking go
Kansas
crazy.
State's always consistent though.
Kansas
Yeah.
State beating TCU, like I don't know, man.
Yeah, but I don't
it could
believe
be it could be a
TCU.
close one. Bama's,
TCU's the odd one out. in the
TCU's
three
gonna get
of
beat by
the
fucking
four.
40.
yeah. I don't know.
TCU's the odd one out. Like TCU is the one that, yeah, like you're saying, like
They're
that's
the
going to be the one that loses by 40.
They're the
this year.
Cincinnati of this year.
They're the
I mean,
I have one more point out. If you don't have another, I'm gonna let you
no,
go.
no,
though.
you're good. You're good.
The Gator Bowl, South
Gator
Carolina
Bowl.
versus Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
3 weeks ago, I wouldn't have given a shit. But the way
Spencer
that
Rattler.
Spencer Rattler is playing,
He's playing himself
This
into a
is-
first round situation, possibly.
he is playing like he is
He's
trying to
playing-
get drafted.
Yeah. He's
He
playing,
should get
he's playing
drafted.
like he's been shit his entire career.
should
and
get
he
drafted.
needs to get better.
They
One-
lost 4 games on the year.
One game that I would like to see if he was coaching would have been LSU and Purdue, just because I would like to see Jeff Brom against an SEC team. But he'll be here next year.
The thing about Spencer Rattler, his stats haven't been too overwhelming.
Well, he's been mid his entire career, and then these past 5 games.
Hate. He was
I mean-
good. He was
there's
really
only,
good.
Then
Then
there's
had a
not
bad
too many
game, got
people that
benched,
could beat out
transferred.
that guy, you know.
Then was really bad.
Mid.
So TCU, Michigan. We're gonna go over the actual
Rose
playoffs.
Bowl's going to be fun. Utah, Penn
Okay,
State.
we can go for it.
I just thinking of games that are going to be fun. USC, Tulane.
USC
Caleb
games.
Williams should play in this game.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
he
USC
should.
games are just gonna. Every USC game is just gonna be good.
Yeah.
Unless he declares before then, you know. That's like the only
Can
one.
he,
can.
he can't. He's only a sophomore.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's
Yep,
right.
he
My
can.
bad.
He
That's
cannot.
fine.
He cannot declare. I want to. Hold on.
What the fuck? Where are they?
We talk about the awards real quick.
Florida, Oregon
No, that's
State.
my last call.
All of them.
No, but all right, sure. Yeah, if you're
Which
gonna
ones
go
do
through
you
all of
want to
them.
talk about?
Just
I don't want to go
just
through all of
Heisman.
them. I just want to talk about the major ones. Okay, so we won't talk about Heisman. Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, did anybody think anything else? Will Anderson. I love Jalen Carter. I still think Will Anderson's the best defensive player in college football. I don't think it's a question. Who won best running back? Bijan Robinson. I 100% agree with this. He's a monster. Best tight end, Brock Bowers. Dude, that
He's going to be a first
first
pick.
round tight end when he comes out.
He's so
Brock
fucking
Bowers
good.
is so good. Remember that name. Jalen Hyatt, best wide receiver. Yes, I agree with all the picks this year, and it's kind of hard not to.
I don't agree with the wide receiver but I agree he
Who do
had
you
the
think
best
it should have been?
season.
Marvin?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
I think
you
Marvin
can't
is a
go
better
wrong.
receiver. I just think that he had the better season, so he should have won the award. I agree with who the award went to, but I think Marvin is a better receiver.
Cannot go wrong, in
Yeah,
my opinion.
Exactly.
Especially because Jalen Hyatt in that 4-touchdown game against Alabama, it's like, dude, you can't not give it to him.
That's why he wins.
But, yeah, that's really all I wanted to talk about. Just the ones that you
All right,
care
y'all
about.
want to touch on?
We went over this last week, but we can go again on our predictions for the actual playoffs. But what was you going to say?
I was gonna say we can get into it. Just hop into the playoff. Actually,
Yeah.
talk about it.
Ooh, I love it.
I would rather talk about Let's talk about the 2-3 matchup first. We got Michigan against TCU.
I think Michigan is about to run the fucking air out of the football.
It's going to be nasty.
Donovan Edwards is about to have about 150 yards rushing, and then if Blake Corum's back, I don't know. Like they could probably have 300 yards.
That's what I wanted to talk about. Who's better? Because in
I
my
like-
opinion, looking at all of Blake Corum's stuff, I don't, like I said, I try not to bring their thoughts onto here because they're televised. You can go watch their thoughts.
Yeah.
But I agree with what Shannon said. There's 5 or 6 running backs that have this year every year in college football as Blake Corum. And that's why I was saying, is Blake Corum as good? Because I even talked to Timmy about this, and he is a Michigan fan.
He does have 18 touchdowns and 1,463 yards on the season.
I thought you were gonna look up his age. Age Stinson. This is the old. I'm pretty sure this is the oldest. The Ohio or what is it? Georgia and who do they play? They play.
They play
Ohio
CJ Stroud.
Yeah, Ohio State. Didn't know. Why did I see something about how old?
Hayden Hooker is?
No, how old Stinson is compared to NFL quarterbacks now. Like Max younger than him.
Stetson Bennett.
Justin Fields is younger than him.
The one that I saw, it was him and Hendon Hooker. Same comparison because I think they're the same age.
Yeah. That's crazy how long Stinson's been there. And he's playing himself into like, hey, I could be a sneaky third rounder for somebody. Like,
he was pretty good on the year. 20 touchdowns,
Georgia.
6 interceptions.
It's Georgia, dude.
Yeah, their
We could
their
go
defense
out
is
there and win a
absolutely the reason
championship.
they're in their position that they're in.
Like I'm not trying to take it away from Stinson, but we could go win a championship there.
Yeah. He's really fucking good.
But yeah, Georgia's going to win it all. None of these teams offensively match up even close to the defense. Like there's just nothing.
I know
you
Brendan's
can
going
do.
to have a different opinion on this. I know what he's going with.
If I had to put money on it, I would. But
Yes.
I'm
Yes,
taking
yes.
Ohio State just because I think CJ Stroud is about to ball out.
Defense, dude.
I think if there is an offense in the playoff that can
Yes.
do it, it's definitely Ohio State.
They
But-
do have the receivers.
But like, if you were to play Michigan in the turn or in the championship as Georgia, like there's no way they're going to run the ball that well against them. I don't think that Georgia necessarily has the offense
I think Michigan matches up the worst of the teams for
Georgia.
Yeah, just because of how.
Yeah,
Like I'm
Ohio
not saying
State-
JJ McCarthy can't throw, but isn't that his name? JJ McCarthy.
He definitely showed his arm off against Ohio State.
And that's
Cornelius
the thing,
Johnson,
but,
he went the fuck off himself. Like,
But I just think they match up the worst because of the fact that they're more run reliant.
yeah,
Where
exactly.
TCU Max Duggan has been really good. I mean,
Yeah,
Ohio State, they're going to throw the ball.
exactly. That's
the
the thing. Like, CJ Stroud could be the guy to do it. I wish that this was actually a championship, but we know how that went with the Big Ten. So, my prediction, my prediction. I tried to
Predictions.
my prediction.
Hey,
I'd
Patty
say
Pimblett's about to
if I
fight.
had to pick, I would like to see, or it's probably going to end up being Georgia, Michigan in the championship.
More than likely.
More
and
than
then I'd
likely.
have Georgia winning that.
Yeah,
Of course. But if anything else happens,
Solid pick.
Exactly. Yeah. It's not the
I will
chalk
pick TCU to lose against any team they play.
Yes.
And even if they smack Michigan, I'm taking them to lose to either.
Ooh,
Ohio
what if they
State.
do beat Michigan?
Then I'm going to take them to lose to whatever team they play next.
Yeah. Especially out of those
Ohio
two.
State has the potential to beat any team. Georgia seems like they can't
Beats any
lose.
team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can't lose to any team.
Back to
so.
back.
Like, does Georgia have the potential to lose to any team?
Is Bama the last team?
Not really. Which is
exactly.
fucking great.
Bama's the last team to go back to back, right?
It has to be.
Has to.
No,
Just seems
dude.
right.
I'm telling you, it's not.
Who
it's
is it
not.
then?
I don't know when the last time we got a back-to-back college football championship.
Alabama in
No, bro, I'm telling you.
17 and 18.
No.
Talking out my ass.
The last one was I'm telling you, the most recent looks like USC in 2003 and 2004.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because look, this is the last.
Crazy.
This is
Yeah,
the
I'll
last
pull up
10.
the la-
So
okay.
Georgia, Alabama, LSU, Clemson, Alabama, Clemson, Alabama, Ohio State, Florida State. No,
Alabama.
2012,
Yeah.
2011, Alabama.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
So
knew.
it was Bama.
Yes. And I was.
that's rare though.
I said.
2011's a long time.
I think I said 13, 14. The 2 fucking years
It
they
is a
didn't
decade
win.
ago.
They won.
That's a decade though.
They
That's,
won
that's a
11, 12, and 15, and I said 13.
good, and those
14.
also do we consider that because that's the BCS? It's not college football playoffs.
It's still
Shut
the same
up.
shit.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, I'm just asking.
If we're talking about the playoff,
The Super Bowl era. That's how we go by our stats in the NFL.
it's
I'm
crazy. This expansion, whenever it finally gets here,
gets
like
weird.
we're not gonna have a team that's sitting at fucking 12 win, but
Dude,
like
we're in a wild world.
I would
Yeah,
expect
it
there to be a
starts to
couple upsets
Yeah.
whenever that finally becomes a
The
thing.
second, it started getting real weird. The
It's
second you
Ohio
get past-
State or the SEC.
You got Tennessee in
This-
'98. You got Florida
Michigan
State.
and Nebraska won it. Like, what? How does Colorado and Georgia Tech in 1990?
They
Washington
did it based off voting. They didn't play an actual game. That's
Yeah,
the thing.
AP.
So bad.
That's-
All right, y'all want to move on to the UFC, even though we're not going
Yeah,
to cover those
holy
last 2
shit.
fights.
We're in the co-main event. Patty
I
Pimblett
was gonna say-
versus Jared
yeah,
Gordon.
our time's crazy.
No, we're only in
Oh no.
we're only an hour and 27 minutes in. Did you stop recording?
No, we are flying through this episode.
Wow, that's crazy.
So we could kind of just, I guess we could just kind of like,
We could
we could go over our final calls. We could just go on and do
Last
that.
call.
And then we could just sit here, commentate. Like, we could just fight companion this shit. Like, I don't want to say that because I don't want anybody.
You know, I mean,
there are people that do fight companions pretty prominent. I mean, it's the biggest podcast in the fucking world that does it. But
True.
I don't want to take any. But
Um,
we fucking flew through.
yeah, we
How
really
did.
did.
We do
Well,
that?
the 1 hour
hour,
of the
yes.
episode was talking
We'll
about.
get better at our pacing. Trust me.
Yeah,
There's a lot that we.
it's some crazy shit out here.
But yeah, let's.
So we just taking a timeout?
we could take.
Do
a
you want to
timeout.
take timeout? I'm okay with taking a timeout. Like
Okay.
30-second timeout. Come back and then do our final.
Well, I made a
calls.
timeout for these last 2 fights. Because, I mean, it is only 2 fights, and then we can actually cover this UFC.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. We'll stop recording. We're gonna come back.
Yeah,
We'll come back after this.
I like that.
After these
I like
fights get. This shit's fucking stupid.
The fucking. I mean,
We've got one fucking.
first.
Start at the bottom.
Yeah, let's start.
work our way up.
We've got a rogue judge.
I want to talk about just the last fight on the prelims. Raul Rosa, 18 years old, came out, won first round.
Submitted
Kid's
him.
Look dominated.
Look dominant.
Dominant,
Kid
yes.
is good.
He's pretty good.
And he's 18. He has a chance to be. I mean, if he keeps, he needs to ride
Get
the
him.
wave.
Yeah, just
He could be the youngest champion.
get into as many events as you can. I mean, he didn't take any fucking damage in
And
that fight.
no matter how weird you look, you killed it on the mic. Like, you looked like you needed it. You look like you've been there before.
Yep, at 18, it's pretty
I'm just
insane.
So flustered. Like, I just can't like.
Yeah, we literally just watched the main event, so it's gonna be kind of hard to get through this.
Bryce
whole
Mitchell, Illy Taporia. Illy tapped Bryce Mitchell out with a arm triangle in the second round.
Yeah,
I expected Illy to win. By
Bryce got
knockout.
dominated.
Bryce really
He had no shot.
showed why you can't be one-dimensional. in
It's
this
because he's from Texarkana, Texas, which is not a fucking place.
sport. He was very one-dimensional.
engineers have tried to find Texarkana. Figures out that the state line is literally what they're talking about.
Texarkana is not a fucking. It's
I was
not a
rooting-
city.
I was rooting for him. He had camo shorts on.
Yeah,
So
He was not wearing shorts.
He was on his real tree flow today, motherfucker.
Like I said,
Say you're from Texas, just Texas.
Texas kid. I'm tired. I'm tired of it.
Yeah.
I'm tired of Texas.
It's fucking late.
Texas is a shitty fucking state anyway,
Come
and you have the audacity to fucking say that.
Moving on.
He just needs to edit this, like, we'll
No.
be right back. Technical difficulties.
Moving on.
This is
Jacob.
bullshit. I'm fucking over it.
Darren Till Duplessis. That's what I'm gonna say it.
Late
gets
fight.
won in a submission in
Yeah.
the third round. Darren Till.
He looks kind of washed to me.
That's what I'm saying. Like he was
Taking a lot of damage that fight too.
Vagabond's crying, dude. I feel
Duplessis. What's his fucking name?
Driscus Duplessis.
Yeah, this motherfucker's carved out of.
Still Knox is his next name.
He was forged in the fire.
I do the same shit, but it will always crack me up when you go, "What's his name?" and you have someone else pronounce it. And you go, "Yeah, him. He's pretty good."
Yeah, that guy.
You just don't say it.
He really showed out in a sense of like it didn't really seem like Darren Till. I mean, he had ring rust. It looked like it, but it didn't look like Darren could get settled in and run his. I mean, he had a few good moments, but a few good moments don't win a fight.
Yeah, exactly.
Santiago, that's all that matters because I can't say his last name. Porzingis. He beat Alex Morano. This was a knockout. Thank Christ we got a knockout on this card because we didn't get one. Other than that,
America didn't win.
America did not
Wait,
They didn't win.
damn.
win.
It's sad.
They both. I mean, it's a pretty basic fight. They pretty much just went out there and punched each other.
I lied. America did get a win, but he was robbed.
Oh,
We're getting
yeah.
to that next.
We're really much just blowing past it because the last two fights were obviously.
It's a fucking disgrace.
Patty
These
Pimblett,
judges are dog shit, man.
unanimous decision on James Gordon.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck is
travesty.
going on with this. I mean, I'm not a big Patty hater or anything, but like, he did not win this fight.
Patty was outstruck and he didn't secure any takedowns.
Not
where
at all.
James Gordon obviously outstruck Patty and secured 3 takedowns. It was really I don't know how they don't see the third round at least being an L for Patty.
Yeah, he didn't do shit.
Better
man.
yet, like it's the unanimous decision. If you want to say Patty wins, I'll give you that. I was kind of afraid of a unanimous decision, but they reaffirmed my fears even more by giving a pure decision. Like I just don't understand.
But I mean, this is the thing. Gordon didn't really, stand out to make the case for the fact that he should have won this, honestly, because he didn't do too much more to really.
Seems like a flash thing.
Yeah,
you think they went with the flash.
I think they went with kind of like I guess the consensus where like Patty was the favorite to go into this fight, and I don't know. They lean in that bias. That's what it is with these sports. You're using like human judges and shit. They're gonna have their mistakes.
It sounds like he's shitting on the sport. The judges were terrible tonight.
They were
terrible. Mark Goddard.
No. I'm not. This isn't like consistent with judges. It's just like these
Mark
guys.
Goddard.
These
was
guys
bad.
decided
and
to
Mark
fuck this
Goddard's
up.
a good judge.
Yeah.
Patty Pimblett, like I said, I think they just didn't want to kill their hype train, and I really think this was a fight that probably slowed it down. I mean, Patty showed that, like, hey, I need to keep my hands up. That was the big thing for me. Keep your fucking hands up.
Patty said he won easy.
Yeah, no.
After the fight, Patty said he won easy.
On top of being taken down 3 times, it's
unbelievable.
It wasn't an easy fight, but now we can go to
The main event.
I don't know.
Jan looked better than anyone gave him credit.
And I will do that. I think
He was a fucking underdog. 285 underdog.
285. Yeah.
Like, I just don't understand how this is the decision. I just
It
don't
was
get
a
it.
split draw when. I mean the fucking numbers, dude. Like when you look at it, it's
He controlled for 17 minutes.
like from our
the
perspective. Most of the fight, we were like, "Holy shit!" Like Unkelev's kind of getting fucked up. He was getting leg kicked over and over and over. He couldn't defend the leg kicks. He wasn't getting takedowns.
Nope.
And then as the fight wore on, he just started. It was silent piling on. It wasn't flashy. I mean, it was 191. He threw 312 total strikes. He landed 191 of them to Blachowicz 79. Like it, and he like it's, but I think
just
really what we're
the
trying to get at is this was a split draw fight.
yeah,
Like,
it
this
doesn't make
was
sense.
No winner. They thought this was an even fight when Blachowicz at the end of the fight even gave it up. He
assumed that it was.
He assumed he lost.
Yeah, he thought it was going
And
to
he
lose.
went over to raise his hand,
Yeah.
to raise the other guy's hand because he was saying, "No, I didn't win this fight."
I don't
Uncle
know who was
Live,
more stunned.
he couldn't even like take it. Like there was nothing there. He was like, I mean, I don't know why you're coming to crown me anything. They just said it was a draw. I bet he's very disappointed in that instance. Like, I could have left the champion, and I'm not a champion because of a draw.
It's literally frozen on the screen. He said, "I can't choose the judges." Like that. Like it.
Yeah,
It was a robbery. Like
it is what it is,
officiating
man.
And this is something that I've kind of been seeing lately, and it's been bothering me from the position of hands in the cage on takedowns. It's been egregious lately, and it didn't happen much last night, tonight. But this just goes to show, like, I feel like the reffing is getting worse. Like, we're protecting, which I understand, it's a business, but you're becoming the WWE. You're protecting your John Cena's. You're protecting your Undertakers. Like, I'm not saying Patty shouldn't have won it, but I'm not saying it shouldn't have been a unanimous decision. There should have been no unanimous to it. I'm a contrarian. I don't think Sean O'Malley won, and I'm willing. Like, I watched the fight. I think
the average like observer would also tend to agree with you in those instances. Like most people don't necessarily, like most casual watchers don't actually know how scoring works or like understand how these judges, what they're looking at and everything.
To be fair.
So like
The scoring is very inconsistent.
Inconsistent.
It is inconsistent.
A takedown,
It's a lot
sometimes
of subjectivity goes into it a lot. It's
Yes.
not necessarily based off of like statistics, points, or anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because a takedown sometimes means everything to a judge, and
Exactly.
sometimes
a takedown
means nothing.
literally won Carl Esparza the championship against
Rose. Yeah,
Rose.
yeah, that was a
and
fucking.
it was a late takedown.
At least this fight was obviously more entertaining.
Like-
It's just that
That fight was horrible.
Yeah, that fight was.
I think that was the worst fight I've
It's
ever watched.
just the refereeing. It's just the refereeing. It was egregious. There's just. It's hard. Like, this is actually kind of dope that we're doing it like literally minutes
After it fucking finished.
It's like I don't have the
Fresh
night,
on the mind.
I don't have the night to think of it and come in tomorrow morning and be like, okay,
Yeah, you're getting,
This is what I think. Like this is
first reactions.
This is first reaction, fresh. I'm stunned. Like is this the worst decision you've ever seen?
It's one
Think
of them.
of all the fights that you've ever seen. Is this the worst decision you've
I
ever
just
seen?
don't get it. Like
In my opinion,
the last 2 rounds, fucking Ankalaev, he was easily in control
easily in control.
because he got the takedowns and
You land
he
100
controlled.
more strikes and get the takedowns with 11 minutes of control time.
That's how we get the draw. Is one person said the third round went to each. One person said each of them won the third round.
Okay, that's
Versus
fine.
The third person said the third round went to Jan, which we see that it's kind of up in the air.
I'm gonna look at.
But-
I'm glad you brought that up. I'm about to look at verdict scoring.
Yeah, but the last round, and the reason it became a split draw is because it was a 10-8, and I actually don't think that's wrong.
10-8 in Ankalaev.
Yes. The last round? Yeah, Jan didn't do anything.
Yeah,
He didn't do
I
anything.
So-
agree. No, I think that's right. I agree
Yeah.
with.
Which is a tie.
I guess, but still,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the end of the round.
difference for me is I don't give Jan
matters
the third
more.
round.
Like there was no instance where like Blachowicz was coming back if there was a 6. Like
That was what really wore. Like as the fight wore on, it looked like they were even saying like, "Hey, Blachowicz is the fresher guy," but he wasn't fighting like the fresher guy. He wasn't keeping the pace that Ankalaev was keeping the entire fight. So,
honestly, I don't know. Like at this point, Yuri shouldn't have even vacated the title
yeah.
because like what the fuck
So,
are they gonna?
verdict scorecard has Blachowicz winning,
Oh man.
taking the third, which is
So
That's
the
it.
consistent.
It really comes down to that third.
maybe it wasn't the worst
The
decision.
judges' scorecards aren't officially in yet, so there'll
Yeah.
probably be some. But this is just what Verdict says. Verdict's a platform that people go on and vote, and they have accredited people that do this stuff. So like,
Yeah.
it's more fucking credible than Pro Football Focus.
Are you all excited for the rematch? Because at this point, it seems like
how can you
they're
do that
going
to Glover when he should have already fought?
Yeah,
He should have been.
they're in a
fighting
really
tonight.
bad spot.
In my opinion, I feel like Glover was watching this fight like I beat the shit out of both.
Maybe
of them.
put two different combatants for into the title fight. Like just do a completely different fight.
As crazy.
And then whoever wins the rematch between these two, they get a title shot.
I think
that's how it should go. I guess.
Next up in line for light heavyweight would be Ryan Spann.
Okay, do that in Glover Teixeira. Yeah,
I'm not
easily.
against it.
That'd be nice.
I think easily what they're gonna do. Like this is the most likely for me. They're gonna take Ankalaev versus Glover, and they're gonna snub Jan even because he agrees with everyone other than Verdict.
That's what is like. I think that's kind of weighing on us a little bit. Is like we saw it.
Yeah.
He gave it up. Like he was, and we're like
he said he lost.
Now that he didn't, we're kind of just like, what the fuck? I mean, like, dude, I don't understand how Blachowicz won. I don't. Like, I understand early, and maybe if you want to give him the third round, but, like, even then, dude, it's like, just as the fight wore on, it was just Ankalaev, because Blachowicz just couldn't land the leg kicks anymore. I don't understand how this happened.
Are y'all ready to wrap it up? We could talk about the next UFC event, 283. It's going to be Brandon Moreno and Figueiredo. Yeah,
I get it.
The fourth time they fought.
I understand it, but I'm kind of getting sick of seeing them fight each other.
That's what happens when that division has three good people.
Yeah, they are the best.
Flyweight, it's 125 pounds.
It is what it is at this point, guys.
France was next up, and what happened?
He got beat.
He got knocked out.
It doesn't
Gilbert
look.
Burns and Neil Magny though is the co-main event.
I love Gilbert Burns. Yeah. Love watching him fight.
Paul Craig and Johnny Walker. That's actually interesting.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not a stacked card like we've seen in the past, but
this seems like
it's
one of
solid.
the cards that they were like, John's not fighting. All right, just push everyone up one.
Yeah.
This could very well be a John headliner.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, what isn't?
I think that we should, we can't go on to the next portion of the podcast without saying that literally everything trending on Twitter is it's related to the fact that Patty shouldn't have won this fight.
Oh, I thought
literally everything on Twitter is trending. Like Sean O'Malley, they're comparing it to his situation, how he shouldn't have won his fight. Rigged.
Right now,
what's all on there?
Trending, split draw,
robbery,
UFC 282, O'Malley, Dana White. Like it's just all like, hey, O'Malley is trending because he probably shouldn't have won his fight either. Split draw is trending, and split draw in caps, not just split draw. Like split draw in capital letters. Like it is.
And
poppy.
We forgot. Jan walked out to the Skyrim theme song.
That's
you admit it.
You
were in denial.
I'm not, no.
You were in denial.
See, he's
You're in fucking denial,
snitching.
bro.
You are snitching.
From the get-go.
Had to
Okay,
know that.
as soon as we see the fucking fight start, they're doing their walk-ins, bro.
You ain't gotta fucking sell me out.
Well, don't fucking be dumb whenever we're not on camera, and then you won't be called out. He didn't believe it. It fucking happened.
I'm a Fallout guy.
That's wild.
That's
fair. I wouldn't know if Jacob didn't point it out.
It's
but
fucking lit, bro.
They played my fucking.
That's why he won.
He deserves the title just off that.
One of the judges were a Skyrim fan.
That's true.
That's what happened.
And then one wasn't.
Damn conspiracy.
Fucking bullshit, man.
There's a lot.
I don't think Blachowicz won this fight, personally. I really don't.
I wouldn't have given it to him.
So
not after how he looked late in the fight. But
yeah.
No.
Let's move on to last call, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna let them do their last calls first.
Well, I got mine.
You got it?
Yeah, I do. I actually got mine.
Okay.
NBA MVP. How y'all feeling about it? How y'all feeling about it right now?
Tatum.
Best player on the best team.
Loving it so far.
Actually, I'm gonna walk.
There's really only two names. That
don't
you
snub
can even
Luka.
bring up.
I'm
Luka's number 2.
I'm snubbing Luka.
Who you got?
I'm snubbing Tatum. I'm gonna do the number 1 team in the West, the number one player on the number one team in the West. It's Zion.
Oh, shit.
They're-
I like
they're-
that.
Dude, he's what?
He's
Like,
playing so good.
All right.
everyone called him a bust because he got fat for a little bit. Like when he played, he wasn't one of the most efficient players in
He's amazing.
NBA history. And
he's-
this isn't a short amount of time. This is a 50-game stretch. It's a big fucking.
You
Yeah.
want to know, per the NBA top 5 right now,
Tatum.
Tatum's 1.
Well,
That's fine.
I see it, but
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Okay.
I'm not against Tatum.
Who do you think's
being
2?
one.
Who do I think is 2?
Probably
Lucas probably 2.
Giannis.
Giannis, okay. That's fine. I'm
So
okay with
number
that.
3, probably Luka.
Yeah, it'd probably be Luka.
Luka.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
number 4.
It should be Zion.
4.
Zion.
It should be
Zion
Zion.
just kind of blew up.
Let's
though.
go Joel Embiid. Let's say Embiid's 4.
I'm gonna say Donovan Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell at
I
4.
like that pick. I like that pick. Nick
Joker.
Nikola Jokic.
Dude,
Joker.
numbers.
So we're gonna stick with all of our same guesses for 5.
Yeah.
I'm assuming. John Morant.
John Morant, okay.
Wow.
I think that with
Is
the
Zion on the list? He's
The next
not.
5: Devin
Yeah,
Booker
10.
at 6, Donovan Mitchell at 7, Kevin Durant tied for 7, Anthony Davis. We just
okay.
snub him at 9, and Zion at 10.
Davis does deserve some credit for how he was playing there. He was. It's
no one beat Love, I guess. That's crazy. He's had like several 40-point games already this year. Their record's not great though, so maybe that's it.
I just think.
Yeah,
I'll give Zion a little bit more time. I probably would have to go with Tatum, but Zion he's catching up, dude. People need to quit sleeping on him because he got fat. He's that dude.
I mean, he's easily the best player on his team, and if they're the best team in the West right now,
I mean,
he's got to be up there. I
As
think
of right now,
that's usually how the
this
MVP
second
goes.
right
It's
now,
the best
he's a top
player.
10 player.
It's the best player on the best team, essentially.
He is a top 10 player as of right now. Like just playing. I'm
Yeah,
not talking about history. I'm talking about look at the 10 best players in the league.
We
right
can
now.
extend it to
Zion
that if y'all
is-
want to. I mean, I could start
So
off my top 10 and
Which stats would you take? 30.5 points per game, 8.2 rebounds per game, 4.1 assists per game, or 32.1 points per game, 11.1 rebounds per game,
oh fuck,
5.6 assists per game.
probably go with the number 2.
I mean, yeah.
It's
if we're
literally
talking about
more in every
numbers,
stat, and that's Giannis. It's fucking
So
insane.
Giannis is over.
he has
Zion.
stat-wise,
he is averaging
Giannis
more
is-
points, more rebounds, and more
He's
assists. That
probably
is
leading
insane.
the PER, and then second's probably Luka. Wouldn't surprise me at all.
Luka is averaging almost 33 points,
Yeah, he's-
8.6 rebounds, and 8.7
That's what I would
assists.
go with.
The Mavericks' offense
what I
should be
would go with.
far better than they actually are right now.
Dude, the Mavericks are fucking. I feel bad for Luka.
It's-
He needs help.
What's more important? 3 rebounds or 3 assists?
3 assists.
I mean,
I
it
don't
just
know.
depends.
Well, yeah, 3 more
What do you
possessions.
think?
Yeah,
3 more possessions?
yeah. Let's go rebounds. Rebounds are
Then
more important.
Giannis is
I
winning
don't know because
that's what it comes
depends.
down to.
But then,
The
what
way
if those
you're thinking-
possessions turn into missed shots? Like,
Well, that's why I'm saying you have to look at it. We're not looking at it of a sense of like, oh well, the assist means there was a bucket. So like you got to
Yeah.
think of it of like, would you rather have 3 more buckets or 3 more chances at a bucket?
Yeah, I get it.
yeah,
That's
Yeah.
where I'm like, I in my opinion, I would take Luka's stat line over Giannis's
yeah.
because you're getting 3 more buckets over
So-
3 more chances. At
So
a
you
bucket.
all know the stat lines we just went over.
Yep.
I'm going to go to the 4th one.
Jokic.
That's Joker with 23.5 points per game.
Okay.
That's still fucking good.
23.5.
23
Well, I mean, he was up there, 30 last year?
10 rebounds, 8.9 assists.
Yeah.
It's still really good,
It's
but it
He is
looks
one of the best
so
players.
bad in comparison to what else we've seen.
well,
These
it's
top
the
3,
points. The points is like, but he's also not of the level of scorer that they are.
Yeah.
in my opinion.
but his
I don't
assists
know.
should be higher.
His
Like it's 8.9. Don't get me
center,
wrong.
That's hard. Yeah, for who he is,
Yeah.
and the team that he has around him with Jamal Murray being back and Michael Porter
Yeah.
Jr. being there.
The 4.1 assists per game for Tatum is really looking kind of nasty. Like,
Malcolm
not in a
Brogdon,
good way.
That's the Malcolm Brogdon effect. That's what happens when you have a point guard that you can trust to facilitate the ball instead of somebody who just defends.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I love the Malcolm Brogdon picked up, and I think it's probably gonna be the main reason that they win the title this year.
Wow.
Like it's
It's a solid. I mean, it's a solid ass pick. They've shown that they're the most consistent team.
What about you, Brennan? What's your last call?
Mine's the Heisman. And I want to know if everyone agrees that Caleb should have won it.
He absolutely should have.
this is
I'm
looking
gonna
at
bring-
the best player and not the best team.
Yes, and I am gonna.
I like it.
Okay, so I'm gonna bring
Because
up
I mean,
the stats.
Lamar, he won the Heisman. We've had Heisman winners that have not been in the the playoff or the BCS Bowl, which like Robert Griffin III. Didn't he win the Heisman?
Yes.
So yeah, like we've got
Manziel won the Heisman.
yeah, we've got recent enough examples where like obviously they weren't the best player.
Yeah.
I mean they weren't they were the best player but not on
Talking
the best
about
team.
Heisman not being on the best team because recently it's been if you're the best quarterback on the best team, you win the Heisman.
Essentially, I mean we have had great defensive players like get into that conversation. Someone like Chase Young or Aiden Hutchinson even, but.
Teo.
The jersey that you're wearing,
Devontae Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean
he was the best player on the best team.
he was the best player on the best
But
team.
I mean, it's usually the best quarterback, or it's the quarterback on the best team.
Yeah,
but
I mean that was Mac Jones.
And yeah, you ain't giving that to Mac.
You're not giving it Mac. It's unfortunate.
So all right, I'm gonna compare the stats real quick. We got Bennett for Georgia. He's got 3,425 yards,
the 20 touchdowns.
20 touchdowns, 6 interceptions.
What's his rushing stats look like? I'm assuming it's not great. He's a.
It's probably.
Let's pull it up.
I would assume it's not great.
It's pulling it up game per game, so I don't have it.
Go to look at his game.
There we go.
I just
22.
184 yards.
184 yards. 7 touchdowns.
So 27 total touchdowns.
No, that's really what we should look at is the total.
Okay, C.J. Stroud, 3,340 yards.
This kid's gonna make somebody happy.
Just a little under in the yards, by about 100. 37 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Same amount of interceptions.
It's
that was
crazy
6.
because this is nothing compared to Joe Burrow's season because he had 6,000 yards and 50 touchdowns. Or 60 touchdowns.
Joe Burrow's fucking.
Yeah, the greatest fucking quarterback season ever for. It's really not even close.
Rushing, he has 74 yards, no touchdowns.
Yeah.
He's not going to be doing that though.
Yeah.
Then we got Max
Duggan.
Surprise.
Max Duggan.
This season, in my opinion, he has been
3,321 yards. So what is that? Right about the same as Stroud.
Yeah.
So
we're losing about 100 every time.
yeah, 30 touchdowns, 4 interceptions though. He cut off 2 of them things.
Yeah.
Rushing, 404 yards, 6 touchdowns. That's
So 36.
he's got
total.
36.
I mean,
He's one away.
under CJ.
But here's that guy. This is the man that won it. He has 4,075 yards. That is 700 more than C.J. Stroud and Max, and 600 more than Bennett. He has 37 passing touchdowns and 4 interceptions.
Tied for first.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
has
easily the best player in college football, I think.
Rushing, he has 372 yards, 10 touchdowns.
So yeah, 47 total touchdowns.
47 total touchdowns.
Yeah, he's the best player in
It
college
is
football.
crazy that it came to a surprise to anyone.
He's gonna be the first overall pick next year.
Like he was vetted as the favorite, but like people were like, "Oh, I mean."
With that loss, they lost. I don't give a fuck.
CJ Stroud.
Yeah,
He lost 2 games, so people thought.
Lamar Jackson lost to Kentucky and Houston, bro. We're not. No,
We don't care.
I'm just saying, like he won the Heisman easily.
Yeah.
No, I was saying like that's why I was saying.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
We don't.
Yeah,
care.
we don't
He
give a
was
shit about
clearly
that
the best
loss
fucking
at all.
player.
Like he was easily the best player in college football. Like Bryce Young won it last year, and he was far and away the best quarterback in college football last year. So
His freshman year, he threw 4 interceptions, 21 touchdowns. This year, he's thrown 37 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. It seems like whoever drafts him, you're gonna get 4 interceptions out of him.
yeah, I mean that's pretty
If
good.
that's what you get on a season, then
That's fucking
you
wonderful.
Take that.
Yeah. Everything else went up. Holy shit, the yards.
Yeah,
His freshman year, he threw for 1,900 yards.
I want
He
to
threw
look
for
up
4,000 this year.
Joe Burrow's season,
Hold on.
his 2019 season for LSU. It's actually ridiculous. I don't know how this happens. Where like, it's just so incredible, the kind of numbers he put up.
All right. He put up 5,715 yards, 700 more than Caleb, who had 700 more.
I said 6,000. That
Then-
was fucking.
Yeah.
That was
You said 6,060.
Bailey. That was Bailey Zappi. That's my bad.
Bailey Zappi was
Does not make sense.
And 48
That's-
touchdowns, one more than Caleb, but I think these were all passing. He had one more passing touchdown than Caleb had total.
And he had three scores on the ground, so he had 51.
He had 51 total touchdowns in what 13 games.
That's a MVP of an NFL season.
Absolutely.
Obviously, but
I mean, he's on track, dude. He could be the MVP this year in the NFL.
not going to.
He's not going to because
I mean, we got that guy, so we know who the MVP is.
So, yeah, I just wanted to really put in perspective.
Yeah.
If you look at the stats, the only thing you can take away from the Heisman winner is he has more losses.
Yep.
That's
this is
really it.
abysmal. This is bad.
Wait, you go ahead and get on that rant.
So
Time.
PFF,
you niggas suck.
you know what? We're on the same page, bro. PFF has been fucking cucking Eagles for the longest. Man.
So hold on. I don't hate it because I don't take it too serious.
Yeah.
Don't take it as it's scripture,
But
and
this
it's
is what
not
people.
terrible.
This is what we have to listen to all the time. Well, Pro Football Focus says this is the best player at this position.
Go look
This
at
is
the go
this
at
is what
go
we
look
have
at
to
the
hear
Amazon
every
cast.
fucking-
Go look at the CBS cast. They
I'm not
have
even-
they have PFF numbers
I'm not
used
even
for whenever
bitching
they
about the
introduce
fact that you have
themselves.
to pay to see anything other than 3 scores. To see anything other than 3 scores in any position, you have
Yeah,
to
like
fucking
why are
pay.
you fucking paywalling
Fucking
your shitty ass
stupid.
fucking grades?
Your fucking shitty ass grades. Secondly,
Fucking
let's just start
shitty.
with the
That's
edge
on one.
rushers because this is the one that I took.
Did it stop? It sounded like the beep.
No,
Okay, it
no,
sounded like
it's going. You're
It's
good.
I'm gonna start just
good.
because
I was
like
trying
this
to kill
is
the momentum.
this is like I'm gonna start with the one thing that made me even research all of this.
It's so bad.
The edge rushers. You want to give me the top 3? I'm okay with it.
Myles
Kinda.
Garrett.
Myles Garrett, Micah Parsons, Max Crosby. I think Nick Bosa should be in there, but that's another thing. Where is Nick Bosa on this list? He is not in the top 50. This is the dude who is leading in defensive player
Wait,
of the
what?
year right now.
No fucking.
This shit's
way.
bad. This shit is bad. I'm not.
So,
bullshit.
Is it what? Is it
This
listed
is
by
the top-
ranking?
This is the top 50. This is ignoring snap minimum. This is top 50 defensive
There's
edge
no
rushers.
fucking way,
He's
man.
not in the top 50.
Are
I'm
you
looking
sure
at
it's
it.
because it's not because it's locked?
No, these are the top scores. Look at it.
Yeah, but look, like, is Trayvon Walker really the 4th best?
That's what I'm saying. That's the. Thank
I don't
you.
think that's
fucking
right.
Matt Judon's 125th on this list, and he's 2nd in sacks.
That doesn't make sense.
Let's just this is just the fucking travesty.
This
of it.
could be
QB rankings,
this
listen
could
to
be
this.
a website issue. By the way, it could just be a website
No,
issue.
this is a people issue that work for the fucking website. They do
What-
this shit every day.
does it
This
show
is
their
the
grade?
quarterback,
I wanna
bruh.
see if it shows their grade.
does.
Pay for it.
You have to pay for it, but it shows
wonder
the
if
top
that
3.
is.
It's in order. Like, look, because either way, if you look, either way, pretty much everything, it's the same quarterbacks. When you flip through the top of all of them, it's just this is how it's set up. This is in order. This is how they do it. Taylor Heineke's the 4th best quarterback this year. Marcus Mariota is 5th. Zach Wilson is above Geno Smith and Kirk Cousins. Russell Wilson is above Lamar Jackson and Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is under the likes of Matt Ryan. Daniel Jones is 1 slot below Jalen Hurts.
I don't think that this is how it works.
This is how it's fucking. I'm not paying for it, but this is how it is. I'm telling you.
I think it's just because you're not.
we're only.
you haven't paid for the service.
So what could possibly be?
It
So
just randoms the everything after.
that's what.
That's
no,
that's
bruh.
what it could
This
be.
is
I don't
not-
know.
this
That
is
just
not
doesn't
how
sound
it is.
right.
This is not how it is.
Go look up.
This is.
Look it up on on Twitter or something. See if that's the case. Like PFF grades.
But these are look at this. So you're telling me that Demir Bird has been a better receiver than AJ Brown?
Yeah,
You're
that-
telling me
that's
Nelson
what-
Aguilar and Devontae
That's what I'm
Parker
saying,
are
bro.
top 20
There's
receivers?
zero chance that those are correct rankings.
There's no other. I'm telling you, this is how
but
it is.
that's what is so
You're
bad
telling
about
me Jalen
PFF.
Warren has been better than Ramondre Stevenson, Breece Hall, Kenneth Walker, Damian Pierce. No.
They paywall their rankings, bro. I'm promising you. That's
I'm
what
about
this
to-
is. That is what this
Kim,
is.
let's hold on. 30 seconds. Let me take over, talk.
Yeah,
See if
I think that what's happening here is that because PFF paywalls their fucking
I
grades,
do think so.
they randomize the order past the third.
That actually makes sense.
So that you have to pay to see what the actual ranking is.
Before.
That's actually fucking dumb. PFF, you're not that important. You could do advertisements on your website and be way more credible than putting this shit behind a fucking paywall.
Hold on, I'm pulling up a Twitter, see if it's.
When in doubt, pull up Twitter.
It's just annoying, man, because like PFF is a good.
It's
a good enough resource that like they do in-depth numbers, kind of like Amazon's.
These rankings are the same quarterback rankings that Skip and Shannon were bitching at, and they have the information. The people for Skip and Shannon pay for this shit, and they were bitching about Zach Wilson. They were bitching about Taylor Heineke. This is the same shit. This is the order of the positions. I'm telling you. This is what they think of. They take in fucking stupid shit. Like, and this isn't even snap minimum for some of these things. Like, quarterback, I'm not going to do it for. But snap minimum for edge, and it gets fucking worse. You're telling me...
Ignoring snap minimum.
Amari Barno. Who the fuck is that?
He's a rookie.
Is the fourth best defensive end this year. Sam Williams is fifth.
No.
Like...
No, I mean, like I said, I'm pretty sure the way that I'm explaining it, that's probably how.
I hope that is.
I'm almost 1,000% positive
but
that's how it
even
works.
then, like what? So like,
go look at the subscription and see what it looks like. I want to see what it costs. Like sign up, I guess. No, that ain't it.
So much work.
I'm not creating a fucking.
Here, let's go. Fuck it, it don't matter.
Honestly,
I'm just annoyed. I'm annoyed.
You should be annoyed because of how low they have fucking.
Well, they always do this with the Eagles players. Like, I'm assuming that they have a high grade on, like, I don't know, AJ Brown. You know what I mean?
No, he's not in the top 10 receivers.
Because
he's not in the top 20 receivers.
I understand that, but that's because what I'm saying is right. I'm pretty sure they just randomized past three because they don't want people to pay for
is
it.
under Sammy Watkins.
Yeah, no, that ain't right.
Jamar Chase is under all of them. Jamar Chase is fucking like 30th on this list. DeAndre Hopkins, I understand if you want to take time off.
It's not correct.
No, this shit's not correct.
Was Mahomes one in quarterback?
Yes. That's what I'm saying. The beginning makes sense. Yeah. Like it's everything else.
The whole thing. Yes, it is randomized. It has to be, because I don't think they're that incompetent.
They are. This is Pro Football Focus. This is something that every week we are coming.
So do you know how it's graded?
No.
I just looked.
Do you know? Because I feel like it's just
based on they watch every play, and then they give them a grade between 2 and -2, and then they do a sum total to 100.
Oh, okay.
So it's based on every play that they play. So if you make one horrible fucking play, that's a -2, and then if you, I guess, score the touchdown, that's a +2, and it will even its way out to
so Zach Wilson
averaging
evens
up to
out
100.
better than Geno Smith. That's what you're telling me.
No, the list
this
is.
Shit's not. I'm telling you, I'm not giving them this credit. This is not how it is.
But Tua being 3 is still kind of crazy.
Cause look, if you switch it, like if I go to these other tabs, people start taking over other things. Like, if I go to, like, it's not just the top players every time because it's unlocked. Go to here. Taylor Heineke's the best quarterback in this situation. Like, Tua Tagovailoa is the number one. And then you don't see Mahomes for 30. They're at the bottom of the 50. They're 49 and 50, bro. This is how the fucking people think.
That's how it works.
This is how it works, bro. I'm telling you.
If it is, then PFF really needs to change their fucking shit. Because
Jared Goff is the last ranked quarterback. This is filtering it by, look.
Yeah, bottom to top.
So Jared Goff is the worst quarterback in the league?
No. I don't think so.
Dak's really low on there, too. You didn't point that out.
Oh, man.
I don't care about that.
PFF is kind of a joke.
I do, but
they're a joke.
I'm telling you, bro. We need to quit.
They're okay.
Oh, at least they give me 4 receivers. They give me 4 receivers to work with. But Amon-Ra's been tied for 3rd best receiver this year.
That's kind of crazy.
He's been pretty good.
He has been pretty good.
Tied for 3rd.
I don't know if he's 3rd, but he's been pretty
Brown's
good.
Been better. That's all I have to say.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think that PFF is a good enough resource that they should not have to pay all their shit.
No, they should get new people in to figure out what these fucking grades are and be like, hey. Because, like,
you're about corner.
That's what I'm saying. I want
to see the corner.
Cornerback. It's gonna be Sauce Gardner.
If it's not,
it's
Sauce.
for sure Sauce.
If Sauce isn't at least in the top 3, that's kind of fucking dumb.
Sauce is 2.
James Bradbury
Sauce is
should be in
2.
there.
It's probably Tariq
No.
Woolen number 1.
No.
No, it's Isaiah Rodgers from the fucking. He's been good. L'Jarius Sneed.
I mean,
has been better than.
What is going on? What?
Yeah,
This
I mean,
is
these
cool.
are the top 3.
No,
so this
it
one's
isn't.
not. Like, we can argue.
Oh
that,
yeah, Darius Slay's way down there.
Tariq Woolen's fucking.
Yeah, so we can argue that maybe these are random, but those top 3 are official 3 at
That's
least.
fucking
I don't
that's
believe-
ridiculous.
And I don't know about
$9.99
that.
a month. I don't believe that this is what it is. I believe that we are looking at the list, and the only reason we're not seeing definitive scores is because it's paywalled.
Exactly.
Because you say
Mika Fitzpatrick's 1 for safeties.
Yes, that
As should
makes
be.
sense. And C.J. Gardner-Johnson should be somewhere up there.
I don't know. He's not in the top 3.
That's really bad.
This is what I'm saying. Quit defending these people. They fucking suck.
They do suck.
The running backs makes the most sense because at least Kenneth Walker's high, Brees Hall's high. I mean, I don't think Ramondre Stevenson's been better than either of them, but he's high. Damian Pierce is like 11th. That's bad.
It's weird to see Aaron Jones at 3, but I guess it is going off of his plays, not off of use, because there are just some games they just don't use them.
Well, yeah, you could also look. It's just like
Yeah.
I don't know. We need to quit giving stock in a Pro Football Focus. I'm gonna try and stop using these fucking cocksuckers because they suck. I couldn't imagine if you go off of their betting shit. Imagine using their bet. They have a betting site.
I don't know. They have dedicated
Bobby
accounts
Wagner's the
for
number
the
one
teams
linebacker.
they
That
cover.
makes sense. But Fred Warner should be too, and if he's not, it's wrong.
Well, the thing is that they have dedicated accounts for the teams they cover as well, and they're always pretty high on. They're always pretty high on the
Okay,
Eagles.
that
so.
makes sense.
Tight end's pretty spot
But
on.
Kittle
It's up
not
there.
being 3,
Kittle, I don't think Kittle's been doing that much this year.
Yeah,
he's been better than Pat Freiermuth.
he
I
really
actually don't know
has.
about that.
He has been better than Pat Freiermuth. It's fucking stupid.
I mean, the only one we can't do is offensive lineman. Let's do D.
Lane Johnson should be in the top 3. Trent Williams and another tackle.
That's what they're on.
I don't know. It's whatever.
I'm looking at Pro Football Focus for D line grades.
Whenever you're ready, we
Chris
can wrap
Jones,
this up.
Dexter Lawrence, Aaron Donald. Okay,
Edge rushers is Myles Garrett, Micah Parsons, Max Crosby.
Nick Bosa isn't in the top 50.
So just we're assuming that they're
I don't
done.
know.
I will fucking probably get this and see if this
Yeah.
is true.
I would
And
like to
if
see.
this changes. And next week I will fucking Christian Barmore is in the top fucking 20 for defensive tackles. He hasn't
My
played.
theory is correct,
He's
bro.
been
I think
injured.
so.
It's
I think
correct.
so.
We're good.
It's fine.
We know what's right.
We'll see next week.
We'll hit you up with a new episode.
Yeah.
That's good. And not
Let us know if you like us on the couch.
Yeah,
We switched it up.
we did switch it up.
We did switch it up.
We need to watch these fights and see someone get robbed.
In the fight.
I've seen 2 people get robbed.
Saw an entire round of someone getting jerked off in the corner.
A
And
whole lot of come.
don't
Whole
forget
lot of
to
fun.
subscribe, like, share. Much appreciated. Thank you. This has been another episode of Totally Not Biased.